But it's like this. If that was what was happening, the nerdy nigga finna show you how much power he got. It's like, okay, you know what?
Stop waving your hand and we can see you talk, yo.
Don't fucking record.
I'm recording right now.
No, I don't record, yo.
Oh, wait, nobody cares about your hand gestures, yo.
I knew
out of here.
Hey,
all right, stop talking, Juice. Stop talking.
That nigga, he gonna
record. Look, man, let me explain something to you. There's one other thing I'd rather be doing tonight than talking to you. Don't get it twisted.
So, okay, I don't give a fuck what you rather be
Let's
doing.
be real, though.
You're going to do what you need to do.
Is there anything better than tonight? Is there really anything better to do?
Oh, what you mean, the podcast or the?
Yeah, this podcast be.
Oh, hold on. Let's intro. Let's talk about this shit. Because I got some shit to get off my chest. Y'all talk about y'all want the pod.
Your chest is trash, though, yo.
You said what?
Your chest is trash.
Yeah, all right. See, if I didn't love your mother, I would say your mother didn't think so. But I love your mother like a mother, so I wouldn't say nothing like that. But if you nigga on the street, I would definitely say your mother like it, nigga, and your wife. But you're my brother, and I love you, and those things aren't possible. So I'm just not going to say that. But another nigga was to say that to me, I would tell that pussy, your fucking mother love it. My bad. It's going to be one of them kind of podcasts. Yo, this is Brothers Talking Shit episode. This is Brothers Talking Shit episode 90. God damn. I am the Flesh Man, also known as the Fat Boy, also known as the man who got no problem calling you broadish. And I'm your Huckleberry. Holla at me.
And I'm Rel, a.k.a. Iceberg Shorty.
And it's your guy, Cool Mike, a.k.a. Dr. Mike, a.k.a. the People's Podiatrist, also known as your favorite foot doctor. Call me Saturday Night Mike, Crypto Cool, Dropship Shorty, and we coming to you from the Prophetic Podcast, and we just some brothers talking shit.
With your cool ass.
What's going on, man? It's your homie Boy Juice, a.k.a. the Charm Guy, a.k.a. Juice, a.k.a. the Big Beard Bully, the Big Beard Bandit. Guess what? It's 420, goddamn, I'm smoking. You know, happy 420, dog. Like, I'm here ready to pod.
Let's go. All right, man. So, right, Saturday night, it's Saturday evening. I call up Terrell Dash Morrell. I'm like, yo, bro, what time is Teddy Riley versus Babyface thing coming on? He like, 9. So, you know, I get the kids fed, get the kids in their pajamas. Me and wifey, we get comfortable, you know. We get in the bed, got the iPad on. You know, we tune in the Teddy Riley page. We getting ready. We waiting. Then Babyface pop up. Like, we a go. Then this nigga Teddy Riley fucks up the whole goddamn situation. This nigga I knew something was up when the nigga turned around and put the burgundy hat on. I'm like, oh, here we go with the goofy shit. And we would greet it with the goofy shit. 3 songs in, they had to cut it off, start it all over. Had to get an explanation from Swiss Beats. Had to get an explanation from Timberland, saying he was glad we had this mishap. But I'm just pissed because they fucked my Saturday night up, man. So y'all tune in to the Teddy Riley versus Babyface thing. Let me know where y'all heads was at with that drink, which is on right now. The second one is on right now, and we're going to miss it because we're fine. That's how dedicated we are to the craft.
No, nigga, you the only one dedicated. Fuck out of here. I'd rather be watching this. What are you talking about? You asked the question. I said no. Like, you asked the question about the bar.
So why are we here?
I have no fucking clue. You're not really an 80s baby. That's why you like that little baby shit. Because if you're the fucking 80s baby, you be trying to listen to Guy right now. That's what
trying to listen to Teddy.
Hey,
oh, you want to see
I'm looking
Teddy
at it
up again?
I got another phone, so I'm looking at that bitch.
2 phones too, but God,
I got 2 phones. Hey, look, here's the deal. This is my messages for Teddy Riley, and I hope this video goes to where he could hear it. I think Teddy Riley is one of the best musical minds to ever touch the face of the earth. I mean, songwriter, everything. You're a producer, all that. Great, fabulous story. However, couple things. This is 2020. I could tell these niggas don't be on Instagram looking at a lot of lives because you can't have a full-fledged fucking production on live. I think you got like the iRig shit. There's other things that, you know, in the community we talk about, you know, as far as producer community, engineer community that could work, but you got to just play your shit. Whatever the fuck Babyface had his shit plugged up to, you could hear them songs. And I was like, it just ain't no fucking way. First off, Teddy Riley really ain't got the juice. He ain't got the juice to go with Babyface for a whole goddamn battle. Teddy got some songs, But he can't make it with no goddamn Babyface who goddamn wrote most of the fucking Bobby Brown shit. He got Tevin Campbell. He got his own shit, Tony Braxton.
Boys the Men.
I mean, really, if you grew up in the 90s and you wanted to have a little crush on somebody and the love song came on, most of the 9 times out of 10, Babyface wrote that.
Half of these
Real
motherfuckers was born to that shit, Juice, or conceived to it. Right?
Mhm.
Like
Literally.
fucking
And
baby face.
in the other half, getting it in the form of remixes and remakes from all their young artists.
Yo, this nigga knew he couldn't fuck with Babyface. That's why the nigga had all that performance shit. Nigga had 3 mics hooked up, a fucking DJ in the back, a drummer. He had a hype man dancing to the left. There's too many motherfuckers in that motherfucker, man.
That shit was
Them
mean
motherfuckers
gold.
need Parks. Shout out to Parks. When the RZA and Primo got their shit off and got that going, Parks called Preem. Like, yo, my engineer said unplug this, unplug that, plug this into this one. They're like, oh yeah, shout out to Parks. Yeah, man, like you fuck. Where the hell's Duro? Where's Guru? You motherfuckers need help. Like,
Yo.
like sound check this shit before time.
Yo, first of all, cocaine's a hell of a drug, man. First of all, I believe it was some coke very present in that rum.
I don't believe.
Second,
I don't think so.
They was old heads, man. They was
You know
old
the dude
heads.
in the back dancing is a big deal.
who is he?
That's the dude. I think he used to be the CEO of Epic. And he the one who was responsible for putting Jamie Foxx on and putting Jamie Foxx with
I did not know that.
So he ain't no Rudy Poop, you know what I'm saying, under Split Star type dude. He a
The nigga
motherfucker
look like
me. 'Cause I'd have been in the back doing the same thing if I was in the room. Right?
that
And
nigga. That nigga like Fat Barry Davis. I don't know what you talking about.
I ain't gonna lie though. You play some of that, hey dog, that guy shit, hey dog.
bro,
That's gonna make you move.
I was
Yo,
ready for goddamn going bye baby. That's what I was ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my bag when that shit come on.
Yo, Teddy knew he was losing because Teddy wanted to run it back. Like, no, we gonna start all over. That shit right there too was corny too. We was already 3 rounds in. He gonna run it back. That's how you knew the nigga was losing.
Yeah, they said he was trying to stream it to another platform or something.
Nah.
You could hear him when they first cut on, but as soon as Babyface getting there, he's like, yo, I'm in my studio by myself, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? About
And
to bust your
Babyface
ass. He was so
right.
cool. Like,
Listen, you know Babyface got a fucking catalog because Babyface was like, no, let's start all over, but let's not use the songs we just used. If we gonna start all over, let's not use the
Babyface was low key talking shit, bro, which I've never
yeah.
fucking ever seen in my life. I just want to say, Babyface, to me, you are the greatest songwriter ever. And the fact that you was talking Lil Mad Cash shit too, I was with that. I was like, whoa, this nigga talking some shit. But he's like the greatest songwriter ever.
So now I'm hearing Puff and Dre or I heard Jermaine Dupri went to smoke, but Puff said he ain't on his level. So
Yeah,
what's the
Jermaine
dream?
Dupri.
What's the dream matchup? Can Puff and Dr. Dre go ahead?
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. Okay, so I put on there, I asked on Facebook, I said, hey, who you got? You know, I got a lot of producer friends, whatnot. So a lot of people weighed in. I would say the technical answer was if it's executive producer, I guess it may go more towards Puff, you know, just because of all the big shit he did. But if it's more like producer, like beat maker, then it's production, it's gonna be more Dre, because Dre actually makes beats or has made beats. So I would just say overall, man, it'll be a pretty fucking tough one because I think they've both been a part of colossal fucking hits.
But has it really been? They've been calling it beat battles, but has it really been a beat battle or more of a song? Whoever song was everybody's favorite?
Yeah, that's a good question. No, it's really not a beat battle, which is why let me visit. I'm sorry, y'all, from going on the tangent. I do it a lot anyway. But so Manny Fresh and Scott Storch beat battle. It's weird because
Scott Rocksteady right now.
Huh?
They playing Rocksteady.
Oh wait, who did Rocksteady?
I think Teddy Riley.
Damn, if Teddy Riley was on Rocksteady, The Whispers, that's a twist. Because you know, Babyface did Midnight Stars slow jam. A lot of people don't know that, so they got some skin in the game. But hey man, so anyways, okay, so let's talk about Scott. Man, Scott from Philly. Hey, first off, I'm gonna give Philly some praise right now. Philly's actually one of my favorite musical cities because I like to think that Philly is very important in terms of R&B and production, period. So the fact that Philly even has producers the way they do, even to the hip hop level, is amazing and really not shocking if you know Philly's history, man. So shout out to them and shout out to Scott. Shout out to Chuck North too, the Roots crew, all that shit. I fuck with Philly. However, as far as like beat making, Manny Fresh has solely made beats, like crafted him himself as an actual producer. Not saying Scott hasn't, but Scott's biggest hits have been shit that he's been on. You know what I'm saying? When you look at Manny, it's just all him in the box. Plus, one time backstage, I heard Manny Fresh play beats that like no one had ever heard from Mos Def. It was the weirdest shit ever. Mos Def was back there, Scarface, and fucking Manny Fresh. You would think I just dreamed this up, but this was happening. This nigga, Manny Fresh, pulls out this fucking, like, well, it's like a speaker. I don't even know who had a speaker, like a tall-ass fucking speaker or whatever. And he hooked up, I think, an iPod to this bitch. And this nigga started playing shit, y'all, like on some boom bap type shit, like you wouldn't even think that he'd make. And the shit was fucking dope. So when I was thinking, like, you need, like, a real battle, I was like, oh, shit, this nigga gonna show you something. But I think if it's just hits, it's another place to be.
So, do you think that Manny Fresh beat Scott Storch?
Nah.
I don't think you can tell.
Do you think it was close?
Nah.
Okay, all right. I don't want to see where you at. I just want to see where you at.
Listen. Because I have to be. I'm a fan. To look, I'm a Dr. Dre fan.
Right.
The way Dr. Dre, to me, he's the greatest hip hop producer. Okay. I'm talking my shit for real now. For me, he's my number one hip hop producer. I love Kanye, I talk about Kanye, but I don't think I've ever talked about like my producers and why, because I produce.
Yeah.
It's the way Dre sonically. He just produced everything in its DNA, from how it sounded, how it was arranged. He's that type of producer. And when you're talking that, to me, that's just a different level of a guy. So even the people he fucked with, you talking about Scott, who was a part of Roots crew. Scott Storch was
co-founder of the Roots.
Yeah. So it's like
very much so.
I remember that.
Yeah. When you talk about things like that, it's just like and that's an unknown fact for a lot of people who don't know that. It's just like everybody around Dre's on another level. However, a lot of the hits that Manny had, it just didn't take that. It was more bounce driven, more driven around the 808 and hi-hats. So he didn't need to do all that. But the list was very good and classic, but they just not on the same level, bro.
Hey, bro, let me ask you this, bro. If they didn't play the words to the song and they just played the beats, do you think it goes different or no?
I just don't think that Manny Fresh is on Scott Storch's level.
I'm just saying, with all these battles, with all these, I mean, especially with the producers and stuff, not really with the R&B artists going back and forth, but like the producers, do you think it goes different?
Let's take it back to the essence of the original one that took place, and it was Swiss Beats versus Just Blaze. They played the sample, and then they played the beat from the song, right? So that's how they did it in the beginning, and that was supposed to spark some shit, but motherfuckers just ain't have time then. Right, it really took the coronavirus to take place for this to happen, and I just feel like, and they did that from like from a cell phone or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They did the way it was gonna be done. Yeah.
Right, they did the way. What I'm saying is, Instagram Live is not the platform, right? And I don't know whose palms are being greased, and they even said that, you know what I'm saying, people then came and offered the bag, and they like, nah, we not doing that, right? So I think the Swiss and Wishcom want to do it from a free standpoint versus somebody doing it for clout, right? But you could. YouTube has YouTube Live, but then you got issues with royalties and streaming and stuff like that. But You could do it in Revolt. Like, there's so many things you
Right.
could do it on. And Royce brought it up. It was like, man, they shutting motherfucking quarantine radio down. Like, we need our own fucking platform. And this could be so special that it could literally change people's lives because you're getting a feeling that you haven't had in a long time, right? Like, fucking, what's his name, playing Foxy Brown, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, baby.
There we go.
Get you home with me.
Brown
Back
singing on the
Back
podcast.
singer.
It's 90.
Like
It's
it.
90. Yeah, yo. You know what I'm saying? But it could really
Right.
be something special. And, you know, going off the minute and 30 seconds you got to have and 20 things, because Instagram Live will cut you off at an hour. Then you got to back up. And then, you know what I'm saying, do it again. But, I mean, it's still worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Still.
I think it get these young cats a chance to. I mean, if you're paying attention, you hope there is. Like, I know for me, because me and my wife sat back and listened to. We might have missed the battle. We listened to a couple of them after the fact, and it's like it put you in a space, just like with DJ. What's his name? D Nice. Was it D Nice when he did his thing? Like, it put you in a space of like, damn, I forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? I found myself like having, even when they started Teddy Riley and Babyface started, I had my phone on title because I might have forgot a drink. Like, oh, well, I ain't got this on there.
That's
You
how
know
I
what I'm
would
saying?
do. I
So,
would go reference
right,
it.
exactly. Right. Like, yo, hold on, I got to add that to my shit. I forgot about that. So I definitely feel like it put you in a space. I mean, even though it's not perfect setup or, you know, the dream scenario, it definitely fills a void, I feel like.
And it's a lot that could be done. I mean, the Diddy and the Dre would be monumental because you have people who've done certain things. Like when you talk about Still Dre, right? Those are Scott Storch's keys, motherfucking Jay-Z's lyrics, and Snoop's hook, right?
Right.
What did Dre do other than instrumental?
I think Hope wrote that hook too.
That's what I'm saying. Snoop sung the hook.
Okay,
right?
right.
But yeah, he did. Yeah, Jay did to write the hook too, and Snoop was good with it, right? And you know what I'm saying, we talking about a motherfucker who wrote The Chronic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In all actuality, people don't get it, but you know, I'm cooking. No,
No, you cooking? Why
it's
don't stop?
It's
I love it.
90. It's
This
90.
is my
You know what I'm
kind of shit.
saying?
No, that's real shit.
I love when the West Coast motherfucker come around like, oh, West Coast better than I just hit him like, you know, Jay-Z wrote Still Dre. Motherfucker be
Hold on.
sick.
They did say Dre sent him back, like, because the first time it was too icy the first time I heard. So Dre was like, no, I needed real Cali. And then I heard that was the second drink. The first drink was kind of like, you know, when Hope was in that space where it was icy, Rolex this. You remember when Hope was on that type of time.
Yeah.
Dre was like, yo, no, I need
Right.
it to be real Cali. So
Yeah.
it was the second time around with Hope on that drink.
The funny thing is, if you listen to that song, you can kind of hear Hope's.
I heard
voice.
I heard
Yeah.
him.
If you listen to it's real good to listen to it like that too. If you
Still
go back
rock
and
my
listen to
cactus
it, you
with
can
a
hear
cuff in the creek. Still, that's Jay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The cadence, right? The cadence.
Yeah. The cadence.
You can hear it.
It's
Yeah.
hard to, you know what I'm saying, rap outside.
Please
can hear-
understand though.
Or right
Can I
outside
say
your
this
own cadence.
about producers, and this is something that's very important. Again, you got the beat maker, and then you say like Dre, what else did he do? The organizer, like a Quincy Jones, who writes music, by the way, and plays trumpet and stopped playing trumpet. Y'all probably seen the documentary. Still had to go and get the personnel and arrange it. And it's
Hear that motherfucker with a piece of my love right now.
Oh yeah, dog. That's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
Oh,
piece
you
of my
rolling
love.
for me, yo?
Well,
Hold on, it's like a game that I recorded at the crib that I can't watch it. Don't be that guy to give up the fucking
you
score.
shouldn't have fucking wanted to record 8 o'clock on Monday. If
Hey,
it was
listen,
NBA
that's-
Finals, we wouldn't be recording right now. This is all we got. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I said no,
Hey,
nigga. No, you gonna get this play-by-play.
Dog, hold on. When I came to the fucking thing, guess what? You were already up. It's not like I said I fought you. Did I respond when you said no, nigga?
You know what I'm saying?
Did I
You
respond
logged
to
on.
him?
You didn't respond. You shouldn't have said it. You knew what was going on. I brought it up early in the week. I said crying emojis. You supposed to goddamn pivot.
Yesterday.
You the fucking A-bike. You supposed to be like, yo, can we go earlier? What the fuck else is going on? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? What else you had to do?
Is this something you want to pause and talk to me about, though?
No.
They got listen though,
We
but
could-
listen, let's talk. Whoa.
This is
Whoa.
real. What you want me to
Hold
say
on.
to you?
This is a great segue into something. Producers are important on no matter what they do. But let's talk about something what this is really about, okay? I'm looking at 410,000, and it could go above that. Looking at these guys right now live, and so you have to Or is it more than that, real or not? Because my connection of it is
412.
Okay, so 412 is like, I think this is a bigger message, regardless to what platforms need to be developed, regardless to if Black people are gonna do it, if the musicians are gonna do it, whoever. We still need to be very much so involved in how to now get this real estate and make the money off of it. We really can. Because here's the thing about Instagram and why they're allowing this. My music is on Instagram, which means that, you know, if I get on there and do smoke sometime or somebody shares the music and they can actually share it, it's because it's distributed to that. And then, you know, it's okay to be done. So all the songs they're playing right now, because it's already licensed, they can get on there and they ain't got to worry about no penalty. However, a place where they can really get paid is like penning cash apps. I don't know, fucking go buy something, stream shit. It's so many ways now the artists can make money. Because the live show industry, I'm concerned. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's not going to be the same. I don't think the bar club industry is going to return the same. I'm just being honest. I think this shit's here to stay. I think all the glass that you see going up in the shields, they're not paying all this money to take all that shit down within the next year, bruh. So I feel like that's here. So when you look at a situation like this, when you go on Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, by the way, somebody's going to figure this out. How to get the sound. Because once you get the sound right and you can literally log on and see that shit live, you're going to see how people's numbers really are. Because right now, just imagine this. This is like a stadium right now. This is 412.
That's more than a stadium, bro. That's a couple stadiums, 5 or 6, 7.
Watching.
And he got the cheat code. That motherfucker got Aaron Hall, yo. But, you know, I'm not going to get in my Aaron Hall bag right now.
This nigga, man. He giving up all the fucking
I'm not.
Kelly totally.
This guy, I said Aaron Hall. What are you talking about?
Oh, Aaron Hall was. I thought you said Aaron Hall was like with him right now.
No. I'm talking about Aaron Hall was. R. Kelly stole Aaron Hall whole swag. I'm actually going to write a whole documentary piece about it.
Yeah, he did that. He took the whole thing.
But listen, this is what it tells me, though. And I understand that because I ain't going to hold you, dog. Going to Walmart, like going to the like going to the Chinese store, the Poppy store now with that plastic they got up, that shit is real. But just like with the distancing thing, I don't think that as far as like in the market and 6 feet and all that, that shit's not going away. It's still going to be like that, I feel like. I think they might even do the thing where, though, like I said up here, where they got a certain amount of people going in the store and they got you waiting outside. I think that shit might be something that's sticking around too.
Eating Skittles on him, yo. He said that motherfucking song made me want to eat Skittles and pulled out a bag of Skittles.
Who said that?
No, don't influence him. I don't influence him, yo.
Babyface said that the goddamn.
My shit fucking up. Hold up, dog.
What he played Candy Rain? No. One of them ain't do what's the name? Did that? No. And then hold up, this nigga threw me all the way off. Motherfucker should be. I think that let it know that people can still go on tour and get money. I think this show that more than anything. Y'all still got fans. If you God, why God can't get back together and figure that shit out? Why Blackstreet can't figure that shit out and go on tour?
I never understood that.
Because now they won't have to do
all
the work. But they won't have to do all the work and all the bullshit it takes. The money now will be a lot easier. So it's like, hey, we can do something from this space. Because, man, let me tell you something, dog. When you got a tour with niggas, here's another thing. Let's say you don't like the niggas. You made money with them. You've been with them, whatever. You start touring with niggas, even if you like each other and it's cool, you're cool. Every day you get tired of these motherfuckers on the road. The food is kind of It's a lot of shit to deal with, man, when you're on the road. So that should be more than just, why don't they do it? They get tired of it, you know? But now you can go live and just, hey,
I need a women battle like now, yo. I need somebody to battle Esther
Right. What do
Dean.
we need?
I need somebody to get at Esther Dean.
Dude, it's her pen like what her pen like?
What? Yeah. Probably only Missy could probably. She probably the only one that could bang with Esther Dean.
Did she come out by herself one time? She had the little wild hair or something, right?
Yeah, she got a
drop it low.
Drop it low, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But there ain't never be nothing else after that.
Yeah.
You talking about
it's like
so female like producer songwriters?
Songwriters, right. So let's see. Let me bring it up. I got you.
Are we including white women too? Because they didn't snuck in some.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, they didn't.
What's the name of them to roast some shit? Well, I don't know if Candy Bird said them. Candy Bird said them to roast.
Candy to roast some shit. Yep.
Right.
One of my favorite female songwriters is older, but of all time is Carole King. Carole King is one of my favorites.
Are we gonna get some? So y'all think we gonna get Puff and Dre or what?
No,
You don't think so?
no.
Dre ain't got time for that shit.
Dre was on the phone with Teddy Riley.
He
Sitting
cooking.
around- no, Dre's sitting
Dre
around.
is cooking an album right now. Like, dog.
Listen, Dre called Teddy Riley in the middle of the shit, like, "Oh man, let's get it. What's taking so long?" He was on the phone with Dre. Dre sitting there listening to this shit too. But you can't tell me his competitive. If your competitive juices ain't flowing off of this, I don't think nobody wants to
I
smoke.
don't
It's
think
like,
Dre and Teddy Riley the right matchup though.
That's
No,
the
no, I ain't
Dean
talking
Road
about-
Rude Boy.
Damn.
Rihanna. Yeah, I don't think that would be a matchup like Teddy Riley and Dr. Dre. No, I'm just saying who could match up with Dr. Dre? I don't think
That's the
nobody.
Dean Road Sex Therapy by Robin Thicke.
Got
Weird.
some, got some sleepers.
Yeah, she do. Hold on. Now you on to something real. Fuck all that.
But I don't think she can fuck with
Who was
Missy,
like
though.
that too? Dreams like that too.
Esther Dean wrote Super Bass.
What's Super Bass?
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh,
Nicki
alright.
Minaj.
Oh, all right.
Crossover junk.
Yeah, I remember that joint.
She also wrote
She can't mess with
S&M.
Missy though.
She wrote S&M.
You think she can mess with Missy?
That's what he said. She the closest one to Missy.
She probably the yeah.
It wouldn't be a bad one.
Oh, dog. You know
It wouldn't be
what?
a what? A bad one?
Yeah. Hot Toddy by Usher, Lil Freak Usher.
Man, she got
Start
Google Me.
Over, Countdown on Beyonce 4. She
She's
wrote for Kelly
probably better
Clarkson,
than Missy.
Bridget Kelly, MJB, David Guetta, Genuine, Jennifer Hudson. She wrote Lay It Down for Lloyd.
So she got some bread.
She better, dog. She done wrote on everything.
She think she better than Missy?
Hell
Talk
yeah.
that
Look, her
talk.
credits.
I don't know
this
if you
is
pull
retarded.
Missy catalog up though.
Yeah, Missy go back to Jodeci time.
Right.
Okay, hold
You
on.
forgot
Let
about
me.
that.
She was in the
I don't
basement
know.
with
Let
Jodeci.
me. That, oh.
Right.
Hey, no
Yeah.
disrespect too.
That
No
was my
disrespect to
shit.
any artists. I love Missy too. Missy's one of my favorites, but I was just
Pull up a
looking at
catalog.
That a Leah pen?
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Right. That them Aaliyah joints.
Let me see her production. She got. Oh goddamn. Hold up.
702.
Hold on,
702.
dog. Ah, damn. Hold up, dog. Wait a minute.
Put the verses
God
on now.
damn.
Put the verses on now.
Nigga, she got 702. Oh man, she got Fantasia, Janet Jackson, Jasmine Sullivan. God damn, like, oh God, Jesus Christ. Oh
That's a
man,
hell of a put.
SWB, right?
Tweet
SWB.
Total. This might not even be everything. Nigga, I was on Wikipedia and I seen some shit where it just lists years. That shit go from like 93 to fucking 2019. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is a tab for each one.
I need to smoke some weed sometimes.
Can we be real about Aaliyah for a second?
Okay, what you thinking?
Man, it's 420, bro. I don't want to just making me too honest. I love Aaliyah. I thought Aaliyah was great.
Whoa.
But when I go back and listen to a lot of her like vocally, I can do without it. I just don't think like vocally. I mean, I think she was great at the time. I think she was an artist that was great for the time. She made great music. Aaliyah.
Oh, okay.
But I just don't like when I go back and listen now compared to so many people, like a Rihanna, you know, or whatever. It's I don't know, man. I feel like sometimes death can highlight
Makes you greater.
It can make you greater.
It immortalizes you quick, bro. And I mean quick.
Bro, that what was that second album? That Missy
A
wrote
lot of people
on?
didn't like it when it first came out.
Was that 4-page letter? Was that the
Yeah.
name of the album or
One in a million?
I
in a
don't know. I
million?
wasn't that much of a fan. That's I don't know.
Oh my God, dog! Listen, she had some drinks on there, big.
So here's the beauty of it though. Like you're right, Juice. Like I think it's hard to be because Beyonce is not the best everything in any one particular category. She's not the best singer among singers. She's not the best dancer amongst the women and dancers. She's not the best. She may be the best all around in these things.
Right.
So when
She
we
definitely is
when we-
Simone Biles of this shit.
yeah, you know what I mean? So when you break it down to Aaliyah was more
For
of
sure.
that vibe. Like Aaliyah was a energy though, like a vibe. And especially when you talk about our music, specifically hip hop and culturally, some of these things were just culturally a phenomenon. Aaliyah was more
Right.
of a cultural kind of time and space and place of hip hop. Timbaland, Missy, the Basement Crew, that whole Genuine, they changed music. Like the Neptunes changed music, like Teddy Riley and Rumshake and them changed music for that time. So it's part of that mixed into it. And yeah, I think her vocals were not the strongest of the group, but this is where you get a pen like Missy, some beats like Genuine, and a baby crying in the background, and you got some shit that'll live forever. Fan or not, you know the cry in the background song.
No, we don't get because on Tidal you can't get that Aaliyah stuff. So I think if
Yeah,
anything, we
nowhere
don't get
though.
to really
They doing
right.
people
We
dirt.
don't.
Her
We
uncle
can't
doing
really
that catalog
appreciate
dirty.
it. We can't really appreciate Aaliyah, dog. Because when you come to the "Can I Come Overs" and "I Care for You" type joints, man, like
Yeah.
them joints right there hold. I don't know if it was a time in my life or whatever, but they hold a very special place inside of me as far as Aaliyah, man. And I don't think we get. I'm mad that I can't get "I Care for You" or "Can I Come Over" on Tidal and stuff. Like, so I think if anything, she gets kind of forgotten because we can't get our hands on it like
I don't know
on
what they're doing
a
with the
streaming
music. They're not
platform.
licensed. They don't license it or do certain stuff or whatever. The uncle, what's his name? You know, he a big name in the
Right, in the music industry.
Hankerson, I think, Barry Hankerson.
He won't let her music go, so you can't.
Yeah.
Dog, I'm telling you, Aaliyah got. I'm not saying she's the most vocal. I agree with you in that aspect.
No,
of things,
I mean,
but
I remember the records. The records are dope, man.
the
Like I
song she
said.
had though, just like Beyonce, I think Beyonce, like who said, she's not the most. Like she's a total package, of course, but it's also the picking of what you decide to go with too, and I think that plays a part in it. And I think Aaliyah catalog, as short as it is, because that's like almost big. It might be
I
3
think
albums.
Beyonce is, and I
You
have to
only
be
got 3
careful
albums
saying
from.
it.
You only got 3 albums from Aaliyah.
But
We got 3
I
albums for
think
Big.
So we got 2.
I think no matter what though, a body of work's just gonna be a body of work. Just like Thriller. I mean, there's just not gonna be another Thriller. There's not gonna be another Off the Wall, you know. So you look at Beyonce's body of work and influence, I think it's just you can't compare it. You know, it just far
But
exceeds
Beyonce is
many
you talking
female
about
entertainers.
Beyonce and Aaliyah.
I know
I'm
some
talking
people in
about
my
Beyonce.
life who literally think that if Aaliyah was alive, that Beyonce
There would be no
wouldn't-
Beyonce.
Yeah,
I don't think that's true.
I don't believe that either.
That's never
Yes.
true.
Bro, I mean, we get in this argument every time a motherfucker come up from Florida to Maryland.
Nobody can't
Let me
stop
ask-
nobody
I
else
hope she
shine.
listening.
Let me ask y'all this, because since we on that type time, how long was Alicia Keys' run? Alicia Keys had a little run with Alicia Keys. Dog, can we keep it a bean?
Yeah, she did. She did. Like
She had a
5
little
years, 6
run
years.
with.
Is
Man,
Alicia
you don't know
Keys
my
gay?
name, and
I
Did
mean,
you
was
say
she ever
Alicia Keys gay?
Was she ever gay?
I used to hear that too. That she was.
I used to thought she was gay at first.
Well, she
I
had
mean,
the
they said-
tomboy look, and then she got thicker than the goddamn sticker. What y'all
Yeah.
talking about? That's an
thinking
image.
of cold grits.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, maybe it was okay. That's but
You ever
I
left your
didn't know
school
if it
in some
was,
grits and they got cold?
I didn't know if
This
it was
morning.
something behind that or not.
She definitely fine. She can't sing though, but she definitely fine. She make great music.
Can't dance either.
Who can't
She
sing?
cannot sing.
I take-
Alicia Keys can't
Who
sing,
can't
bro.
sing? Whoa.
Alicia Keys makes great music though. She sings great songs, but she like no, like no, no singer. She can't sing, bro. But you know what? You know what though?
Whoa, no, you're not going to
she's
speak
beautiful.
that in. Like,
Yeah,
you
she
really feel
can't
like that?
sing. I really feel like that, man.
I don't
I
think
have
might
to-
not be
I-
a long.
I respect
Hey,
that, G.
I'm as a musician, as somebody who listens to music and really loves music, and can tell you why.
As the
um,
voice as the instrument on the voice is the
Yeah,
instrument side
it's
of the
like
game.
Juice.
yeah, but she makes great music.
I keep on falling.
Nah, it's not tonally right. Like if you heard like if someone else,
Killed it.
I won't say tone, but it just like notes. Like I don't think she's actually hitting the keys. Haha, no pun intended. But like she's not actually hitting that key. Great pianist too, by the way, great musician. But like as a singer, you find that with musicians. You find that with musicians who play and sing sometimes aren't
Some gonna be
always.
deficient.
Yeah, they're gonna be deficient because she's like a classically trained pianist. She's a great songwriter and so many other things. So just as a vocalist, I would say she's not a great vocalist at all, but she's a great, yeah.
Artist.
Know who I feel like that about too? And I liked her music early on. I feel like that about Keisha Cole. And I used to love Keisha Cole, but singing wise, her voice ain't sound like it sounded a little cracky or something, but it wasn't to me like the music stood out more.
A little better than
I like the ratchet Keisha Cole.
Listen, I like Keisha Cole with the Gap. Like when she took the Gap away, she lost sense of power.
That Kanye West, that first joint produced by Kanye West.
I don't love you.
Yeah.
I don't love you.
I changed my life.
Yeah.
That shit go hard. That
I
beat.
don't
like that.
love you.
And stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit go hard. Yeah.
To be honest with you, in some way, she is like the godmother of like the SZAs and all of them, because she kind of came out with the I'm singing, I'm soulful, but I have these things going on type shit.
Then then she's the daughter of Mary J. Because let's keep it Mary J.
For sure.
Mary J was because we kind of talked about, I don't even know if we talked about this before, but me and my wife went back and forth as far as Mary J and Faith. And I said, to me, Faith sings better than Mary J. Mary J just had some songs that the chicks just got behind. But voice-wise, I don't think Mary J can fuck with Faith.
I think Faith got
can
a better
really
voice,
sing, right?
But that's
I
what we
think
talking
Faith
about.
might be one of the top chicks. Like if they really just sing the same song.
Man,
I feel like Faith
ain't got the catalog to even fuck with Mary J. Like
no, but we're not talking. We're talking about the difference in
that's the voices.
Her singing ability. If Mary J and Faith sing the same song,
singer.
You said who?
She's fucking
another singer.
Oh yes,
she a nigga.
And she listen. Kiki Wyatt got that good nigga. She got 10 kids and she the stabbing nigga.
Hey, now vocalist.
I wouldn't even want no.
She's the best vocalist. There's no vocalist out of all of them that's better than her.
Who? Kelly? They
not better than Kiki.
Kelly Price?
On a good day. They not better than.
Hold on, what's this homegirl from Chicago name?
Fuck no. What, Jennifer Hudson?
Jennifer Hudson?
Hell no. I don't even think she really can sing. She just
laugh at Jennifer Hudson?
Y'all sleeping on Lil Mo.
Lil Mo is good, but
Kiki, hold on.
Hey, Kiki's runs. Kiki, the way she look. I'm talking notice. I said vocalist.
Pure vocalist.
As a pure I'm not talking song. As a pure vocalist, none of them can fuck with her. And Brandy's probably gonna be my number 2. Because Brandy vocally is bruh.
Whoa.
Listen to
you taking Brandy over Faith and Jennifer Hudson?
Fuck yes. Yes, as a vocalist.
What about Fantasia? No, she a yellow too.
No, wait. She and my she fine.
I like Fantasia.
She can sing. Fantasia can reach. She just do that because she do it. Fantasia
so you said Fantasia. Okay, so hold on. Let me make sure I'm getting this clear. So Fantasia over Faith and Kelly Price?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Who else? Who was Jasmine Sullivan?
Jasmine Sullivan.
Jasmine Sullivan.
She got a unique voice.
She got a good voice.
She got a unique voice. Her voice, you know her when she's singing. Like,
bro,
you know when they singing.
Phyllis Hyman. I'm gonna take Phyllis Hyman over Faith and motherfucking who else?
Kelly Price.
Some young pretty voices too. The young girl, what's her name? Ari. She got a nice pretty voice.
Ari Lennox. She sound like Badu a little bit. Ari, she sound like Badu a little bit.
Ari
Lennox, sexy man.
I like her. I like something about her too, Juice.
Hey, I'm on her.
Tricks like, and Teddy Riley got that Walmart Wi-Fi.
It's still
going off.
Yeah, man. He got dial-up, yo. Shit's sick, thing.
I don't know, man. There's something about that.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, dog. I keep telling y'all, man.
My wife got that little look too to me, that little natural, like I'm, bad, but I'm trying to be good, like little vibe. I don't know. I like shit. That's why I like Ari Lennox. She got the same vibe.
I like even though I talked about her nose. I like Summer Walker. Summer Walker can sing her ass up.
Yeah.
That nose is just not it, but
I ain't seen that nose yet. Her shit different, yo. I don't like
her. Who? Ain't nobody fucking with her.
I like SZA. No. I like SZA more than I like her.
SZA the GOAT, dog. Like, to be real, SZA
Over
got
her?
a job.
Her
Yeah.
sound like fucking Mary J. Blige to me, or she sound like motherfucking Faith. SZA sound like SZA.
My uniqueness.
Right.
That's the
SZA
same thing
go
with Ari.
hard, dog. SZA go hard, dog.
Hey, yo,
I
listen,
like
right?
Janae. Janae can sing her ass off.
Janae Aiko
Right.
can actually sing.
And what's the Janelle the dancing chick that this cute as I don't know what.
Who?
She acting now. The one that used to be with Outkast. Her name Monet, ain't it?
Janelle Monáe.
Oh, I'm thinking about. Okay, y'all said Janelle Monáe. I think about Janae. What's the joint? Little Big Sean drink.
Aiko. We just said
Yeah,
that.
Janae Aiko.
Janae Aiko.
Oh, all right, but did y'all say Monet too?
No.
Right, but I like her though.
When I didn't say Janelle, I said Janae. Two different people.
Right.
Janelle Monáe, Janae Aiko.
Right.
No.
But I seen so it was one of them things that when you pick somebody, and it was
Mhm.
Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. Who would you pick?
Man, I can't
What?
choose.
Jill
like,
Scott and Erykah Badu.
Oh, like musically?
Yeah.
I can't really choose musically either. They got some shit. Bro. It's hard. That's hard. Because
They need
Badu
to
got some.
battle.
Badu
They
got
need to
some
battle,
shit.
yo.
Who?
They need to do a battle. Erykah Badu and Jill Scott.
Mm.
Listen, dog. Is it the way, dog? That is probably
Long
one
Walk.
of the greatest.
Long Walk.
And Long
is
Walk. Two of the greatest fucking songs
Stop
ever
playing,
just
yo.
recorded, bro. So
the thing I
There's-
really like about Jill, Jill can be freaky in the most like respectful way possible. Like her freakiness is just like so respectful and ladylike. It's dope to me.
yo, what's the dude from the Philly that
She
went to
make you
jail
think-
for the bank robbery? What's the rapper name?
Yo, it's 470,000 people watching these.
Yeah,
dudes
Cool
live.
C, right?
Yeah.
You know, she was in that fucking video, man.
She was?
That
Who was?
fabulous
You
life.
got it.
Yeah,
The
Jill Scott.
glamorous
Go
life.
look at that video, bro. She's a young
Yeah.
girl. She's a
I
young
just had
lady,
that
but
tape.
she the chick
Oh, yeah?
that he macking to. That fabulous life.
That's
Yeah.
a jewel. Is the Wi-Fi still messing up, bro?
Hey, that nigga Chuck North told me that and pointed that out. You see, and you can see, oh shit, that is Jill Scott.
I'm gonna go look at that.
Jill
I ain't
came a
gonna lie,
long way,
man.
boy.
Hey, Jill, you are beautiful. If you ever get this message from the Charm Guy, I think you are beautiful. I think your music is great.
Jill make a regular dude feel like he got a shot.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give up on my masculinity talk. But I
I
love
heard Jill left her husband because he stopped eating her food. Nigga stopped coming home and eating like, oh, you must be eating somewhere else. Nigga, it's over. And Jill, one of them chicks, no matter how much bread she got, she's still a Philly girl, boy. Like, she's still that Philly girl. You can still see that in her.
She can cook
No matter
me
where she at.
anytime. I eat sugar on my grits though, Jill. I don't do that salt and pepper shit. Don't you do
But
that?
you know,
No.
I think I do. I think I like mine savory.
I won't. But
I
I
don't
think
really eat
breakfast
grits,
food.
though. Yo, listen,
I
I
know.
had a homie, his wife. I told her I didn't eat grits. She was like, "Oh, you don't eat grits? You telling me so? Because I'm a fat nigga, that mean I gotta eat grits?" Like, no, I don't fucking eat grits. Oh, I can't believe this. Like, so what? Because they got some weight to them. I gotta eat grits. The fuck.
I ain't gotta eat it all. I ain't gonna.
Right, I don't eat everything. Shit.
Hey, black people be mad when you don't eat certain shit, dog. Like I be like, yeah, I don't eat macaroni and cheese. You don't eat no macaroni and cheese. Like, yeah, I don't eat no motherfucking macaroni and cheese. I don't like this
You
shit.
ain't by yourself, Juice. I like macaroni and cheese, but I don't go crazy about it. Like I gotta have macaroni and cheese. I don't ever feel like it.
I don't
I know.
motherfucking like soul food like that. Why? Because when I was growing up, we ate that shit all the time. People talking about, oh, Sunday greens. I'm like, I felt like I was eating greens and fucking chicken all the goddamn time.
Yo, I know a girl, her mom fried chicken with everything. Like if her mom made spaghetti, she fried chicken too.
Ah, nigga. Down south,
Killing
we'll eat some
ourselves.
wild shit though. We'll eat like because that's really some southern shit that migrated up to like motherfucking I think Illinois where they eat fish and spaghetti, but like man, we'll eat
I
cornbread
was
and
already
motherfucking
eating
spaghetti.
fish and spaghetti. That's what was.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like
let's
we
get
just put we'll
That
make
ain't
sure we
nothing.
don't have
That sound weird to me though. That sounded weird to me, but
what cornbread.
No, fish and spaghetti.
You know what? It ain't no shit that we eat where I'm from, but I do know a lot of people that like, oh, fish is like they eat spaghetti and some fried fish.
Like, what's the weirdest shit you ate? Like the weirdest shit you ate. You ever had like raccoon and shit? Like y'all from the South, but y'all not from the South, like North Carolina.
Nah,
and all
I
that.
know what
They
you're
really
talking
eat
about.
that kind of stuff.
Motherfuckers be eating. I seen motherfuckers kill some rabbits and skin it and eat it,
Yeah,
but
my
nah, I ain't never ate
homeboys
it.
eat squirrel or
Dog, I seen a nigga skin a fucking raccoon and it looked like you skinning a motherfucking person because they got little hands and shit, man. It look like a person. I'm like, dog, if you sitting up here skinning that fucking raccoon, dog, you was a cold motherfucker. I just can't do it.
You'll
Nah,
eat a nigga.
yeah,
You'll eat
like
a nigga. Man, listen, man, he ain't going nowhere. We might as well do something with him.
super
Fuck outta here.
pause. Dog, like for me, alligator probably be the wildest shit.
I
Alligator,
have
that
an
gotta be.
alligator nugget.
They said it's like
New
chicken.
Orleans.
Is it like chicken?
Man,
Pretty
that shit
much,
tastes
or
good to me,
fish.
dog. That shit tastes good, dog. It tastes like a fucking something that's in the water that they caught and fried his motherfucking ass. I like
yeah.
that fried alligator.
It ain't
but
tough? It ain't tough.
nah, it's probably I would say in the gamey for seafood. If that, you know what I'm saying? If that made any kind of sense. Like, you know, if you eat duck or some shit, it's a little different than
Right.
chicken.
Bro, what's the
you know what I'm
wildest shit you
saying?
ever ate, what, bro?
Frog legs.
You can just
Barbecue,
chew frog legs?
buffalo
Can you just
frog
chew 'em?
legs down in
Can you just chew them, or do you
Dustin.
like eat them like chicken wings, or
Yeah, like chicken wing.
so it's like a bone and all that, like bone,
Yeah.
like a double bone?
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah, I
into
know
all
you
that
well
fancy
traveled.
shit, man. I don't dig it, man. Like I don't eat
I like
I don't
calamari,
eat
but I don't
slave
like
food for real, yeah.
You don't eat
what's
what?
slave food.
Slave food.
What's slave
Yeah,
food, bro?
you talking about?
Hog maws, chitlins,
Yeah, me neither.
smoked turkey necks. I don't eat none of that shit.
No, I like smoked turkey next to like my greens or my string beans or something, but I don't just eat that shit just to eat it.
Around here, it's more goddamn on smoked turkey neck than greens. I gotta pick around all the meat just to get to the greens. I'm like, I want some fucking greens.
It's turkey neck featuring greens, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, can I get some greens with my turkey neck? Like,
Right.
shit's crazy. I don't do all that, y'all. Struggle soup and shit like that.
All right, I tried to get Jordan some time. I tried to.
Anybody reach out to him?
Nah.
Like, what? I don't know what the excuse is today.
I talked
Right.
to Shay, so we should be good.
Right.
In my neck of the woods, man, though, like mainly like around here in like Louisiana, we eat more seafood. So it's gonna be a lot of seafood, a lot of gumbo. We start talking about like boudin, etouffee, shit like that.
Oh,
like
whoa, what's boudin?
Creole.
What's boudin?
Sausage, yo.
Boudin is pretty much. It's like it's a dirty rice, a Cajun dirty rice.
The sausage
Creole
just
dirty
sliced
rice.
in it? The sausage
Yeah,
sliced in it?
it's all in that. Yeah, like it's the meat. It's all in. You can put anything in there. You can put shrimp. You can put whatever. And you stuff it in the sausage casing. I had a great aunt who is still alive.
Oh, yeah?
She is 100 years old that used to make it. Yeah.
So you would stuff different stuff in the sausage case, not that was sausage case in school.
Yeah.
And you
I got some boudin in the motherfucking fridge.
You always
So
gotta have some boudin in the freezer. When I lived in Texas, gotta have boudin in the freezer. Put that motherfucker out of that pit.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're missing. Wait till we get down Texas when all this shit over. We got you,
Yeah,
yo.
yo.
We got you, yo.
Put me on. Put
I'm a
that
Texas
nigga on,
boy on the low. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Texas
you
boy
know,
on the
getting
low.
hungry.
I'm ready to get some gold fronts or some gold tooth or something like. What you
I ain't
know
got my
about the
bottoms
Texas
in.
boys?
I'm
For real.
fucking I want to get up there, bro. Like I'm ready to act extra country and get them girls buy me a drink.
They fucked our fucking Roots picnic up, man. Like shit. My birthday coming in, like I'm saying, looking at it like, God damn, this should be like a month in a minute.
Hey, but
We had
you
some
know
plans.
I feel like this though. The blessing is, y'all, when I do come up, I'm gonna be stacked to like I'm gonna feel like motherfucking Nino Brown walking through the club. Remember
Handing
that
out
shit
turkeys?
walking through? Yeah, just money and shit. Just Ice-T looked at that nigga like, damn, that nigga the man. Like, yeah, I feel like Nino Brown.
All right, yeah,
Have
we gotta
money.
talk about it, man.
Hit that
I
motherfucker
gave
with that 2 occasions.
What Jordan say?
About
He ain't say nothing.
No, I hit him up.
You did good, Neve.
What?
You waited like an hour, bro.
Yeah, I did. All right. Let's talk about it. Last Dance. Last Dance. Y'all tuned in last night? Bro, you tuned in?
I watched one.
I watched both of them.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm watching it.
I didn't watch the
It was
second one,
good.
yo. I watched the first one.
I ain't see it.
All
I'm
right.
gonna catch up.
So my biggest take from watching Last Dance is
He coming,
Jerry
yo.
Krause. Okay. My biggest take from Last Dance was Jerry Krause. You talking about a team that all you had to do was give Scotty his money. So, like, I don't see how going into the 98 season, you could say this your last shot. We don't want 5 out of 7 championships. We still all want to be here. You don't come across, like, how many teams besides Boston back in the day, and the Patriots had, 6 championships in 20 years, which isn't as great of a situation as 5 championships in 7 years. How do you tell them going into that 98 season, this is it? Phil not coming back. I'm not paying y'all. Like, I think the Chicago Bulls franchise is haunted, or what's the word I want to use? Not haunted, but cursed. Right. How do you break up something just to go what? Be terrible and go draft Eddie Curry and fucking Tyson Chandler? Like, y'all ain't been shit since. Where you let them guys, let somebody beat them. Then say, you know what? Y'all had y'all run, y'all got beat. Now it's time to break it up. For you to say, because ain't nobody giving you credit, Main Man came out and said during the time after their 5th win, franchises, front offices win championships. Front offices have a part in it, but it's the players, it's the coach. You can put all the players in the right situation and not win. I seen the LA Lakers have Shaq, Kobe, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, and not win, but then trade Nick Van Exel and trade Eddie Jones and just had Shaq, Kobe, and have Glenn Rice for 1 year and win because you got Phil Jackson, you got the right people. You can have the pieces, but if you don't got the right coach, it don't matter. You can have the right coach, and if you don't got the right pieces, it don't matter. It all plays a part. To me, from watching that, Jerry Krause was a man who felt like he didn't get his just due or didn't get acknowledged, so he broke it up.
Right.
Now on the episode, the second episode, which Rull didn't see, it was about Scottie Pippen a lot, and Scottie Pippen was signed a deal in '91 for 7 years, $18 million. So by the time '97 came, Scottie Pippen was making $2.5 million a year. He was the 122nd highest paid player in the league when he was at that time top 10 at least in the league. All Jerry Krause had to do was give Scottie his money. Mike had his money. And give Phil his money. Let them guys run. But because he wasn't getting – I'm talking about they were saying that Jerry Krause would be on the bus and Scottie Pippen would just be saying would be blurting wild shit up to him. On the bus, all the players, all the coaches, everybody on the bus. Scottie was just saying wild shit to him. They didn't say what he was saying. Scottie was just coming at his neck crazy. Because they tried to say – somebody hit me up. They was trying to trade Scottie Pippen for Tracy McGrady. They were just trying to move Scottie Pippen. Like, end of the day, that team could have been more than what it was if the management and the ownership would have just let them guys.
Scottie carried the Chicago Bulls to the Eastern Conference Finals, wouldn't he?
Right.
And then the next year when Mike came back, did they get bumped in the first round?
No, they second round to Orlando.
Second
round.
Right.
When Penny stripped Scottie a half court, come across half court.
Well, it's Penny Hardaway, who arguably could have been
the greatest.
Right.
Blah blah. We swept them motherfuckers. Next.
Y'all did.
The last time y'all won a chip.
I will say this.
Hey, Jordan, you watch both, Jordan?
Yeah, I will say this. Orlando might have the worst luck in regards to like low key the worst luck is the NBA team. Because if Grant Hill don't get hurt, bruh, it's prime Grant Hill and prime T-Mac, or with a young Mike Miller up and coming on that Orlando.
That was a good squad,
bruh. Grant Hill didn't play for like 3 years.
He didn't even play with them, did he?
I think he played like 20 games for like after 3 years.
One of y'all got a lot going on static-wise.
That's me, my bad.
That's cool.
He opening up the bag.
Jerry Krause, man. How
I
do you
mean,
let that? How do you force that team to break up?
so from what I watched yesterday, I think it's always two sides to every story, right? It's your side, my side, and the truth.
Well,
I
that's three
think
sides, bro. But okay,
yeah, three sides. You're absolutely right. But I
I'm with
think
you though.
from what I watched last night, and
Jordan, move your thumb, Jordan.
from what I watched last night, I think that I think Krause it was 50-50. Like he didn't get as much credit as I felt like he deserved, but he also wanted more credit than he deserved. You know what I'm saying? Because he drafted Scottie Pippen, bro. Like this is
And
pre-internet.
traded for him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This pre-internet, this pre all of that. Like he drafted
Yeah,
Scottie
he
from an
found him.
unknown school. He found him. You know what I'm saying? And
Left him
and
high.
and, and
Traded-
realize
hold
his
up,
potential.
Traded Charles Oakley for Bill Cartwright, which might seem
Yeah.
like it wasn't much, but it meant something.
But
Found
you know,
Scotty,
because
found
he
Tony
understood.
Kukoc.
Yeah, and he understood Phil's philosophy. He understood Phil's philosophy. Like, yo, we need these big lumbering centers to basically set those screens for when Mike go into the triangle at the elbow. And Charles couldn't hit that jump shot at the time. Like he was able to hit it a little bit later in his career, but then he wasn't really hitting that 15, 18 footer. So
Right.
Krause probably like I said, he deserved credit that he probably didn't get, but I think he wanted more than he deserved.
Did his
And
ego ruin what could have been?
it was
After
all
98.
of them. It wasn't just him. It was all of them.
They wanted to stay though.
Yeah. But see, they wanted to stay. But Krause, you gotta think of it like this: a general manager can't think for the season. Like this, even after they won, he's thinking 3 years ahead. You know what I'm saying? That's your job. Like Ozzy, like with Ozzy and the Ravens, Ozzy is thinking 3 years ahead, even while we on a championship run. You know what I'm saying? That's how you run that position. Even with what's old boy Jerry West. Jerry West created. He left the Lakers, went to Golden State, and Golden State turned into what they ultimately ended up being. So you got to have like some foresight as a general manager. You can't just be stuck in narratives
I feel that,
and
but
time.
in the same token, if you got a team that just won a championship, do you break that team up because you think about the future, or
You
give
may
them
have
another
to.
run?
You may
have
though.
to. That's the game.
You may have to.
Like that's you got to think. A general manager, he's not the coach. He's not the
I
player.
feel you. No, I totally I get all that.
Yeah, like
But-
he's the dude who
Making
he's a
business
general manager.
decisions.
Yeah, he making business decisions. It's a cold world. You know what I'm saying?
We've
Like,
never seen a team. Every team, even the Kobe and Shaq Lakers, got beat. We never seen them get nobody to throw them, and it's always that what if.
Nobody. They didn't have Michael Jordan though. So
No, what you talking about? Who didn't have Michael Jordan?
Kobe
Nobody.
and Shaq.
yeah, Kobe and Shaq
No.
didn't have Michael.
Right, but I'm just saying we never got a chance to see if they could I was just skipping them this
Oh,
morning.
like you saying like if they
we
were
talking about
lost
98,
somebody.
99. We talking about Tim Duncan and David Robinson against them possibly.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I'm
I got an
saying?
argument against that though.
Or
Let's
even
talk
we-
about
Who
and
that.
they
then
beat that year? They beat the Knicks. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Game
and
seven.
but
We-
it was like 40 games too.
I miss LJ.
Short. Man, LJ was a dog.
The closer you get to 2000, I don't see them niggas being dominant like that.
It wasn't
Well,
dominant.
you
that
can't dominate in 2000 when you've been in the league since '84. That's just a
Exactly.
long time.
Yeah.
And
So
your
that's what
name
I'm
ain't
saying.
got
It's
that
like-
LeBron Cornelius James.
So I think
But
the point is that 1 or 2 year of fandom ain't worth the next 5 or 10 of the
Exactly.
future of the fucking
Yeah,
team.
exactly.
Well, it actually
But you-
was in
you-
hindsight
because
because they ain't won
they
shit
ain't been
since.
shit. Right, exactly.
But
The
you don't
closest
know
y'all
that.
came was-
You don't know that as a general
Right,
You
manager.
that's
know
why I
that
said
too.
hindsight. What I'm saying,
No,
what
we
we
know
do
it,
know.
but we only know it hindsight. Like what I'm saying is to Jordan's argument. The point of the general manager is to really look at the number. He's the businessman of the
Yeah,
team.
For sure.
He's the guy. He's the process manager. He's gonna look at shit and say, okay, this is how it should work. Blah 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 blah. Look at the New England Patriots. That's why they've been a force. Now it's gonna be different as they move away. Besides the coaches, whoa.
To be truthful, Krause did fuck him over because he fucked up because you gotta think. He made all those moves, ended up missing on like two or three number 1 overall picks, like for 3 years in a row. It was Not no more overall, but lottery picks. Tyson Chandler was one. That
They
didn't
got
work.
Tyson Chandler though.
I'm saying that it didn't work out for them. Like that didn't
All
work.
right.
Mhm.
Eddie Curry.
Eddie,
he was like,
Eddie,
but
well, no,
they got
Eddie
some
Curry
hope
was
together.
after. I think
Heart
Fox was done after.
problem.
That was the same
Okay,
year.
yeah.
That was the same year though. They drafted.
Oh
them
yeah,
both
that's
to
right.
back to-
Eddie Curry, Elton Brand, Jason Williams. None of those picks really worked out, and those were like lottery picks.
No,
Well,
they got
that's-
Elton Brand in the trade. They got Elton Brand in the
Nah,
trade.
they
Elton Brand was
drafted
drafted by the
Elton Brand.
Clippers.
Oh yeah, you're right. He was drafted by the Clippers.
But the problem with that is that they had real life shit that happened, right? What's
Right,
his name
Jason Williams
literally fell
tears
off
his
a
knee up.
bike. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
They had bad
And
luck.
Eddie Curry had a heart problem. Like that don't mean that they wasn't good, right?
But
You
Did,
know
no,
what I'm
did,
saying?
did Eddie
that's
Curry have
the-
a heart problem, or did he just like to eat?
He had a hard problem with the Knicks, didn't he?
Steve?
Huh?
That was with the Knicks though, wasn't it?
What?
That was
Nah,
at
he
New
had a
York,
heart problem
Chicago.
coming out of high school.
Did he?
Yeah.
And
But
they
that's
moved
the
him
whole
to the
twist.
Knicks because he wasn't going to be any good.
But the whole twist is you sit back here pressing to start something new. That let them cats let them go. Like you talking about, they showed how in '84 before Mike came, what that team was like. They don't deserve to get beat. And I'm not even a big Mike fan, but I'm just saying, like, if I got a team that just won a championship, I'm not going to say as a GM, oh, let me break them up. Of course, you want to get younger and get some younger pieces in there. I can dig that. But if you got a team that just won a championship, if my team went to the second round, I can say, all right, Mike 34, Scotty 32, Worm 33. Let's break it up when it got to the second round. You're talking about a team that just won a championship. You said
Yeah.
before they even won a championship, I'm breaking them up. Phil, this
But
your
I
last
think
year, no
I
matter
think
what
you got
happens.
so like I said, I think he had the foresight. Was he off? Yeah, but that's his
no,
job.
he wasn't off.
No, I'm saying
You
like
keep
in regards to the result, like the overall result. Like I'm like
Well, the overall result was they weren't there anymore.
yeah.
So that don't make him
Phil.
off. He can't be right if you don't sign a motherfucker who go on. Like Scotty was still the man in Portland.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
He was
He
like,
gave us a couple good years too.
Right.
No.
I would say then he went to Houston and was
Hey,
still
Juice,
doing
Juice,
that
he was
stuff.
He went to
stealing. Hey,
Houston
Juice,
first.
he was
He went
stealing
to
money in
Houston
Houston.
first, bro.
He was stealing money in Houston.
Yeah.
He went to Houston first.
he was stealing money in Houston. He didn't want to be.
Yeah,
there.
he went to Houston. Then he went to when he went to Portland. He was balling.
The Portland after
Yeah,
that.
he
I don't
didn't
even
like
know
Charles
Charles
They
Barkley. That
almost
was
beat the
Sheed.
Lakers.
That
They
was
did.
Sheed team though. That wasn't Sheed team. I think that
He
was
didn't like
Sheed
Charles
team.
Barkley.
Nah, that was Scotty team.
Scotty couldn't keep Kobe in front of him.
Scotty with the headband is legit. Scotty.
That was Scotty team. That was Scotty team.
No, Kobe hit him with this joint. Boom, boom.
Hey,
That
listen,
nigga was like,
Nico. These guys came in the league in '84.
Scotty came in
Oh.
'87, but
Well, '87. Okay, '87. So we get
Still
out to
87.
we get out to 90. We get out to 90. We get out to 90.
96.
Around this
bro.
time.
Like
Okay.
98. Yeah,
99.
that's crazy.
no, well,
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
talking about against Kobe and
But I'm talking
that's-
about as we progress later. I think at GM, I mean, this is why everybody's gonna see this. Like, I mean, unless you just a fucking like Kobe, or you don't have to leave, you could just go. You know what I'm saying? You can end your career with a team. Most of the time, if you continue to play even past that point, they're gonna trade you. Hakeem had a fucking
Right.
Toronto goddamn Raptors jersey on. Like, why? Like,
Right.
look,
Yeah, that's
Hakeem,
crazy.
love you,
That was crazy. That was crazy.
but
right.
hey, but if you don't want to give up, you've seen other players do this shit and it's weird. You should never see that, but it happens. So it's like, at what point do you start making great business decisions? You got to make the decision that's going to keep the team afloat. And I hated it too. Like, even with seeing Hakeem do that, I hate that. Like, you want to see your favorites stay.
But
or
Hakeem
keep
was
doing
old.
shit.
Like Hakeem had like 1 year in Toronto.
Yeah, but still, you let him like you do the Tim
Right,
Duncan. Like you do the Tim Duncan, bro.
the Lewinsky thing. But they got to be willing to accept a lesser role too. A lot of guys don't think that they are losing anything. A lot of guys still feel like they're the guy they was 3 years ago. And you're not.
It be
that
money
guy.
too, though.
Even
It be
if they
money
not,
sometimes.
but my thing is, even if they not, right? You get like Hakeem gave Houston 2 championships in a very small window. So you, even if he not the same dude, I feel like for the franchise, you gotta be like, you know what, we gotta eat this. You know what I'm saying? But I understand but that's the thing, that's a narrative. So as a businessman, as a GM, I'm like, I'm not eating shit. Your old ass gonna either take this veteran minimum or get the fuck.
But see, do you think, as let's say the other guys who are watching, let's say another guy who think about going to Houston, they see how they treat Hakeem Olajuwon and they make them say, you know what, I don't know if I want to go there if that's how they treating guys after them guys done won you a championship and gave.
Bro, but we could talk about basketball all day, but look what the fuck they just did to Tom Brady. Like, it's Tom fucking Brady. We're
Right.
talking about 6 wins, 9 goddamn trick. No, Tom Brady is better. In the grand scheme of 20 years, one franchise, he literally went to the Super Bowl every other year for fucking 20 years. 1-6 went to 9. Right? And I mean, if it wasn't for some miracles, he literally should be 8-1. Right? Like,
when you think about football, that Patriot shit is ridiculous.
They let Tom Brady go. Like, all right, man, it was cool, man. Thanks, man.
And guess what?
And you got some other one. Who the fucking quarterback in New England today?
Brian was from last side of the game.
All you motherfuckers said a different name. I ain't heard enough of y'all saying it. Somebody tell me who the quarterback is in New England.
Hoyer. It's Hoyer.
No, he's not starting. They got some other boy they talking about.
See,
they trying to get
Hoyer.
They trying to get Tua. They trying to get Tua.
They didn't take it.
That's what I'm hearing.
They didn't take the
No, they gonna try to move up and get him. I think they got like the 13th. They got like I think they got an early pick somewhere in there. Yeah.
They ain't gonna be able to get to it.
And I think back then, that shelf life in basketball back then was a lot shorter.
They going to Jacksonville. Who? Say it again, Juice.
Shelf life in the NBA back then was a lot shorter, bro. Like I remember like niggas like 10 years, like when Hakeem and them mates like 10, like by the time they was trying, I remember this vividly, dog. When we won the first championship, it was like the race. Okay, who's gonna get it? Jordan's got it. You know, you got Patrick. You got all these guys. It was in that race. And it's like, that meant everything because they were getting so much later in their careers around 95, 96.
But
so
see, them guys did 3 years of college. So when you think about coming out being 21, 22, and you being LeBron and Kobe coming out 17, 18.
I don't think the college matter. I think even if they didn't go to college, I'm looking at, even if you want to say it matters in terms of time.
But when you do the number,
how old is LeBron?
37. 36, 37.
No, he's 36, right?
He'll be 37 in December.
Listen, bro. Yeah. Listen, bro. The way he moves at 37.
Medicine.
Is no way. Hakeem and them moving like that.
Because them guys don't take care of their bodies 24/7. On the doc last night, they was talking about how when Mike played against Clyde Drexler, he knew that Clyde Drexler in the offseason wasn't working out like that. So they said whenever Mike played him in the Dream Team, Mike tried to take his head off. And he was talking about some old Clyde want the best shooting guard in the league. They said Clyde ain't work out in the offseason. He didn't take care of his body. A lot of people don't. Now
that man couldn't dribble with his left hand, bro.
Right. Neither could Dominique Wilkins. But now it's a thing where, as though year round, these guys
don't. Clyde H-Time. Fuck Clyde. What's up, Clyde? Just love you.
These guys don't stop taking care of their bodies. They don't 24/7. They said LeBron puts $2 million worth. I think Kula always said it. Put $2 million worth of money into his body.
But he's physically shaped differently. Look at how these guys physically look compared to how they look back then.
His guys that's in the league. Hold on, Sean Kemp. When you look at Sean Kemp was physically unique. But if you don't take care of yourself, right?
You got some Bo Jacksons. You got some Sean Kemps. You got them. But I'm saying, like, overall, look at all these guys in the league. Like, just their builds.
The first couple of years be the physical, and then to stay around, it got to be you working on your game and you perfecting the mental side of things that's going to keep you. That's how you see these guys who be, physically killing it, but then they don't work on their game. Their games don't get no better. That's how you got big men in the league, the Dwight Howard side, that don't got no fucking post-up move. You've been in the league 15 years and you made all this money. You haven't put that much into your game.
He's a Hall of Famer. Dwight a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. But why?
I just don't think Dwight got it though, because he even worked out with Hakeem. Like he was like doing it.
Won a championship and worked out with Hakeem the next summer.
That's what I'm saying. But I don't think Dwight has the actual he doesn't.
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
He's going to the Hall of Fame. Yes, but I'm talking about to be what you talking, like to be what you want.
Everybody don't want to be great though. That's the thing.
We only got
everybody don't want to be great.
But what if you have but what if you just have a ceiling? Like, look, dog, I know that I'm not gonna be an astronaut, so it's like, but the shit that I can do, I'm gonna excel in it. So it's like the shit that is getting Dwight to the Hall of Fame. He did well. He did great.
Look at like a Steve Nash who was an all-star, but then when he got the Phoenix in the right system, I think he went from being
the rules help Steve Nash, because when he was early in his career, when you could put hands on people, he couldn't even get off the bench in Phoenix. When he was playing behind Jason Kidd, he couldn't get off
the first time.
Yeah, he couldn't get off the bench because he was getting muscled and pushed around. So they changed the league, and then you got a dude like Steve Nash is flying, running around. You couldn't do that before.
Right, it's a different So
don't get me
talk
started
about,
on Steve Nash, bro.
No, we ain't gonna do that. Let's talk about Scotty, because I threw a little interesting question out there. Earl commented on it. I don't know if any of the other guys seen it, but is Scottie Pippen a top 20 player in NBA history?
It's close. It's close.
I have to say, yeah.
It's close. He's there. He's there. But if I was to like take my time and peel through and I could see me getting them out.
I got some time. I had some time on my hands. So what I did was I wrote down 25 names, and y'all tell me if you would pick Scottie Pippen over these guys. That's cool?
Yeah, that's actually pretty fascinating.
All right, cool. So, of course, we got Michael Jeffrey Jordan first.
No.
Okay. Kobe Bean Bryant.
Nah.
Shaq.
No.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Give us the hard names. What's the hard names?
You're giving us some bullshit right now.
No, listen, hold on. The question is he top 20? So,
Okay.
Yeah. Right. That's
do your shit, Nick.
Right. Let me do what I'm doing. Bird.
I'm finna smoke, goddamn.
Yes.
Hold on.
You said he better than Bird?
That's what the fuck I said, yo. Yes.
Oh, you said Larry Bird?
What's wrong with y'all talking about Larry
No.
Bird, yo? What's wrong with y'all, yo?
Wait, you know what?
me.
Hold on.
Hey,
I'm not taking him over Larry Bird. No, I'm tripping.
It's five
You sound like niggas in Boston, right? You ever been up there?
Hey, fuck all that. Larry Bird was...
I know where Kelly used to live, yo. Come on, yo. Don't do that.
Why
Why you always gotta make sure everybody... You called out my whole name last time we was together. Cut it out.
This nigga,
All right.
this nigga Rel drove from Boston in a 90 Mercedes in the snow, nigga. That's how much he hated it up there.
Respect it.
That nigga drove through a blizzard.
5 of y'all, I need votes. So who got Bird? I say Bird.
I'm taking
You said Bird. You taking Bird over Pippen?
Will you take Bird over Pippen? Or Pippen over Bird?
You think in a one-on-one game, Scottie Pippen couldn't do?
No, I'm thinking about if I'm picking a team.
I'm asking you a question. If you put Scottie Pippen on Larry fucking Bird, you don't think Scottie Pippen gonna do Larry Bird in? Come on, man. What you think? You gonna shoot over him a bunch?
That early, if we talking prime Larry Bird.
Okay.
He was nasty.
Larry Bird is a nasty mother.
So listen, we got a list right here.
Scottie Pippen was the predecessor to the new NBA. That's what Terrell said. His athleticism was something else.
Yeah. Like that's a wash.
But go ahead and go.
Answers.
Go ahead and go. Keep going.
Hey,
That's a wash. That's a wash.
He'll bust
So who y'all got? Y'all got Bird?
I'm going
Pippen.
Bird.
I'm a wash.
I'm going Bird too.
I'm going
You
Bird.
wash. What that mean? You can't pick.
Nothing, yo. He even. That's a wash, man.
The Celtics was physical.
They cancel each other
I
out.
need a fifth. What you say, cool?
Keep going with the list.
Scotty.
I like Scotty on that one.
Come on, Jordan.
He
I'm gonna go with Scotty. I'm gonna go with Scotty.
Of course you would, Baltimore. Magic and Scotty.
Magic Johnson.
Magic.
Okay. Isaiah Thomas and Scotty.
Isaiah
Scotty.
Thomas.
I'm going
Isaiah
Scotty.
Thomas. Isaiah
Scotty.
Thomas.
Isaiah, what you say, cool?
Isaiah Thomas. Yo,
All right.
people need to stop. People need to stop disrespecting
Okay, so
Isaiah Thomas.
Let's get through the list though. Bron. No.
Who?
Right? LeBron.
Still LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
LeBron.
LeBron James.
I'm going LeBron.
I can't hear you.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I'm
Scottie
going.
Pippen.
I'm gonna take Scotty.
I'm going Durant.
Scotty.
Of course you would. You like Lil Baby. Like we believe it.
Man.
We believe it.
Hey, little babies though.
No, I'm gonna go. I gotta go with KD. I gotta go with KD.
Durant.
Wait. Time out. Where is this a Maryland thing?
What?
Why?
No, Ralph said
Because
Scotty.
I'm
are
the only
we
one that
really
said
gonna
Scotty.
fucking? Oh, okay,
I'm the only one that
okay.
said Scotty.
Cause them niggas said KD, and I'm like over Scotty.
Kevin, yeah, you got to say Kevin Durant,
Scotty.
7 feet tall, bro.
Yeah. Yo, he can't.
Scottie
Yo,
Pippen
you
with like
can't
4
block
more
his
inches.
shot. You cannot block Kevin Durant's shot.
Scotty got
Now
the
you put it that
defense.
way.
Scotty got.
I recant my vote and I'm going Kevin Durant. I forgot he is
That-
7 feet tall.
You can't
Yeah,
block the
he's
nigga's
them hands
shot.
up.
You're right. Yeah.
He
With a
shoot.
handle.
He
Yeah.
shoot. He shoot little people
He's-
jumpers, yo.
He is 7 foot Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Yo,
All right. Moving on.
All right, I just had to put it on here, so I don't even know how to do this one. But Jerry West.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Scotty
absolutely,
Pippen.
nigga.
Scottie Pippen.
Okay.
Scotty motherfucking Pippen.
Oh, y'all thinking Scotty?
I'm taking
Fuck out of
Scotty.
here.
Scotty.
KD.
I'm
Scotty.
No,
not.
that's-
Yo, I just want to be honest. Like I watch a lot of that old shit.
But
I'm not a big fan of like voting for old niggas over new niggas. Cause I ain't see them niggas play.
Listen,
I feel
bro.
you. I respect that.
Listen, bro. The old the changing of the guard, old niggas versus new niggas, apparently happened in the Boston Garden. I didn't understand it. Did you see them Hall of Fame slow ass white boys trying to keep up with Michael
Dog.
Jordan in his
Dog.
prime? I said,
Rick Carlisle.
oh,
They
this
had
what they
Rick
talking about.
Carlisle on him. They had Rick Carlisle and
he was
Danny
cutting each
had
Ainge.
other out.
Danny
Like, why you
Ainge,
got me on him?
He was
What?
going by Danny Ainge like he wasn't
Oh,
even fucking out
I thought
there.
you put Danny Ainge on the list. I'm like, what are we talking about?
Oh hell no. Burn
Jeff
his fucking
Hornacek.
list.
You got Jeff Hornacek and John Stockton picking who gonna stick Michael Jordan. Like, come on, dog.
Absolutely not. The fuck out
Rock,
of here. Even though
paper,
Jeff
scissors and
Jeff
shit like
Hornacek was a tough check though. Hornacek was a tough
Right.
check.
I'm talking about
Oh.
him sticking Mike. All right.
No.
Throw some centers in there. We just gonna pick who you gonna pick first. Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
Scottie Pippen.
I'm going Scottie
think-
Pippen over Bill Russell.
But you
I'm
got
thinking of
cool.
old-
You the tiebreaker, cool.
Bill Russell like 6'7" for real.
Bill
Not
Russell.
even no cap.
Bill Russell. Wilt.
Will.
Will.
I'm going Scottie Pippen again.
I'm going Wilt. All right.
It's not. I think
Yo,
them
Will,
niggas-
hey, Juice,
You
Will
have
average.
people
Will
arguably
average like 30 and 21 year, yo.
people
But
who
dog,
changed
look
the
who he
game
was playing,
versus
nigga.
people who
He
not.
averaged
Right?
50 points.
he was playing
Derrick
niggas
Cross
that
now.
actually
You can't
wore-
name 4 small forwards better than Scottie Pippen. Period.
That was the next question. That's the next question.
Period.
All right, so
Huh?
let's go through. Let me finish my list off real quick. Let's make it fast. Dr. J.
Dr. J.
I got
I'm
Dr. J
going-
too.
I'm going
Idol.
Dr. J.
I ain't
I'm going
realize
Dr.
that.
J on that one.
Elgin
Scottie
Baylor.
Pippen kind of him as his idol.
Elgin Baylor was tough. I'm gonna go Elgin Baylor. That's the only old nigga I'm picking.
Oscar Robertson.
Scotty.
Scotty over Big O.
Big O looks slow as shit, bro.
Scotty.
All right.
I'm
D-Wade.
thinking about Elgin Baylor still. Like, damn, that's probably a pretty hard one.
All
Yeah,
right, D-Wade.
Scotty.
Scotty.
Scotty over D-Wade.
Scotty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AI.
Allen Iverson.
Hey, I'm going. Hey, I know.
Allen Iverson. You look at that Philly team he took to the finals. It's no way.
The
It's
East was,
no
but
fucking
bro,
way.
the East was so sweet though. Like everybody had one nigga. Toronto had
Bruh.
Vince Carter.
But the Bucks had like 3 niggas though. They was stacked.
Yeah, they did.
Allen
It was
Iverson, he a different monster, dog.
That finals team Allen Iverson took. They should have. They supposed to won like 20 games.
They should have
Nigga.
been a first round knockout the least. And they lost Theo Ratliff in the middle of the season and had to go.
Nigga,
get
they started Todd McCullough at fucking center before Dikembe got there, bro. They sorry as shit.
Eric Snow was the point guard. Tim Duncan.
Tim,
Give me
I gotta
Tim.
go. I gotta go with Tim Duncan.
Timmy.
Timmy.
KG.
Mr. Fun. Kevin Garnett.
Give me KG. Clyde
Kevin
Drexler. I take Pippen off.
Scotty fucking Pippen. What?
Yeah.
Scotty.
Ewan.
Scotty
Scotty.
Pippen.
Scotty.
David
I have
Wait.
Robinson.
my mic- I have my
Hold
mic
on.
on.
Hold on. Am I wilding? I might be wilding.
If you
I'm gonna
put
go Scotty.
Ewan, but if you put
Scotty
Ewan and Mike together
fucking
though,
Pippen.
No, I'm gonna go Scotty.
all right. David Robinson.
Scotty.
Dave.
The
I'm gonna go Dave. I'm gonna go
I'm
Dave.
going Scotty too. Fuck David Robinson.
Juice picking with his heart.
Yeah,
Juice. Yo,
That shit comes from emotional
I
place.
didn't
Juice
know.
picking with his heart right now.
Yo,
He like Robert Ory or Scotty
No,
Pippen.
no,
Give me
Robert
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 Ory.
Ory, goddamn it.
That's
Yeah.
Neefish though. say that was Memphis?
That's a little
I didn't
harsh.
know. Yo, I didn't know the
Hold on.
San Antonio
No.
Houston shit was that
Did
deep
you say that was
until-
Memphis?
Yeah, it was. It
Leafish.
definitely
We're gonna
was.
put it in a t-shirt.
Hey, you gotta be a 93, 94, 94, 95 Rockets fan to understand. And David Robinson was being disrespectful. His fucking fans was being disrespectful. Hakeem should have got the motherfucking MVP and didn't. And he went out there and embarrassed
He
that
bust
mother.
his
Oh
ass.
my
He
fuck.
bust
He
his ass.
busted.
What you mean? What you mean he was being disrespectful? What happened? I forgot what
I
happened.
mean, you know what I'm saying? Well,
He won the MVP. Like he played
you know,
hard.
just because he
Yeah.
won, you know, he really wasn't being disrespectful. But you
I'm
know,
about to say that
I
man a
remember
sweetheart.
He raised up the little trophy and the fans just talking shit. But Hakeem really, you know, the Rockets didn't get no respect, man. That 93, 94, 94, 95 team probably still don't get respect. But it was one of the coldest motherfucking.
In Baltimore, they
odd
give respect.
In Baltimore, they give respect because of Sam Cassell, baby.
Sam
pride.
Cassell busting their ass, baby.
Hey,
These
man.
niggas is homers all day.
Hey, man. No, listen. Shout out to Sam Cassell because what I really remember, I think it was the third game. No, it was the second game we played in New York that Sam Cassell like really shined. It was like
He went
damn,
off.
Rob
He
Horry-
went off.
He went
Rob Horry
off,
had hell of a-
dog.
Rob Horry had hell of a serious that year. I think both years y'all won.
Both
I think,
years
yeah,
Robert Horry
Horry.
went off. Robert Horry.
Robert
so,
Horry
I mean,
low key was his athleticism was like like his position. He was before his time, bro.
Early
Yeah,
too, right? Yeah,
yeah,
he could play.
yeah.
He could play today. He could play
That's
today.
stretch four.
He could.
That's
If he
four, right.
he could play today and be crazy. Like
that team was
a stretch
very
four.
oddball.
Yeah, a stretch four who could defend all positions.
Hey,
Yeah.
Vernon Maxwell.
Vernon Maxwell's a
Doing
dog.
R.I.P.
That nigga crazy. That nigga
Vernon
crazy.
Vernon Maxwell's still with us,
a
bro.
Beast.
Oh, is
Vernon
he?
Maxwell's
Who
still with
back?
us.
Who
He's still with us.
Oh, man.
Mario Alley, the Mario Alley
No.
pass.
No, it wasn't. Who died, yo? What's the other black ass motherfucker from down there that died?
Yo, hey, Rel, on the Levitar show, you get a fine for killing somebody. Yo.
Oh man, who the black dude who died, yo? Oh,
You want Mario
man.
Alley? Mario Alley?
No, Mario Alley.
Carlos Herrera. Carlos
No,
Herrera.
no.
Nah, Carlos Herrera still alive too.
No.
It
He was
nice
in the
of
movies too,
That boy,
yo. Oh, what's
that
the
boy
motherfucking
Jordan
name?
dropping the whole team.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, bro.
dog.
Man, hey, bro.
Be
This
live
is my team.
95.
Sat is we had it.
What's his
we had
name,
somebody
yo?
from Baltimore
Y'all
on
know
the
who I'm
team,
talking
bro.
about, yo. God damn.
You killed Vernon Maxwell though. I just saw him last night.
No, he was in the movie with
Oh, I met that nigga one time.
with Whoopi
dog.
Goldberg.
Avery Johnson?
No, now you gonna make me look it
No,
up.
that was you talking about what's the name of that movie?
Was she with the coach?
Eddie, right. That was one of my favorite movies at that time.
Oh,
That was
Malik
a little
Sealy.
cool.
You thinking of
Malik Sealy.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Oh yeah,
Malik
no, he played for the
Sealy.
Timberwolves. Played for the Timberwolves. That's
Yeah.
KG man. Like that's
Shout out
KG
to
man,
that.
$100,000. KG
Yeah.
love him to death.
Shout
To
out
this
to
day, you
Eddie.
always talk about Malik.
The Eddie soundtrack had Drew Hill first single on it.
It did.
Tell me.
It did. Tell me what you
Yes.
want.
This on see. This how you try to get real Baltimore in this motherfucker, boy. This shit get thick.
I
This
ain't
shit
gonna
get
lie,
thick,
though, man.
Baltimore.
Hey, Drew Hitton, I ain't gonna lie, dog.
This
Drew Hill.
motherfucker
Oh, yeah,
got
yeah.
on him about doing remix. He said, "Don't worry about it. I don't do remixes no way."
Who? Babyface said that? Damn, he don't.
He's so ignorant.
Why is he out here doing that, dog? He need to stop that kind of shit.
I
Hey,
got
man,
that
Drew
Y'all
Hill,
see-
Drew Hill like
Yeah,
my
that's
top. They might be my favorite male goddamn group, to be honest.
Mhm.
When I felt like I was in
Yeah,
love
right.
as a teenager and shit, I was
I
just
gotta go
like,
to Joe.
oh,
I gotta
yeah,
go with Jodeci though. I gotta go with
man.
Jodeci.
You go Jodeci over New Edition?
Now come on, that's totally different. That's two different
Nah,
things.
New Edition probably the goat of all that shit.
New Edition like
Yeah.
pop, like they like
Yeah,
a different level.
they
That's like a
different,
different
yeah.
level. Yeah.
'Cause they
Alright,
really
so-
the goat.
Because I would listen, right? I got.
I would put Jodeci second tier, like a tier below New Edition.
All right, tell me this: voices though, right? KC from Jodeci or Wanye from Boyz II Men?
Wanye.
KC.
Wanye.
KC's.
Wanye used to be killing that shit, dog. That
Yeah.
nigga used to come on.
I
I don't think his voice get enough. I don't think his voice get enough love, though. Like I think his voice is like he should have been on more shit and not just stuck with Boyz II Men shit though. But I think he had one of them voices.
You ever
that,
heard
like,
them talking about singing? When they talk about singing, they talk about like Brian McKnight and all those people that are technically like vocalists in their world.
That's
They're
another
gonna
nigga
say
yeah.
That's
they're
another
gonna
nigga
say
too.
that they're like vocally the best. Like when it gets to like Jodeci and shit, that's like your nigga saying like, ooh,
Yeah,
man, like
yeah.
Chris Brown, Bobby Brown,
Jodeci
niggas
for the
saying.
hood. Hold
Yeah.
up. Hey, we ain't gonna tolerate no Chris Brown slander, Juice. What you doing?
Oh no, dog. Chris Brown is the man. I'm saying like, but that shit. Well, okay, you know what?
Old
I see
status.
where you're going with that.
But
Chris
I
Brown
ain't hear
can
what you
sing.
said though. Who else?
I say you
Wanye?
niggas singing.
You said Wanye, right? You said Wanye Juice.
Yeah, I said why.
Jordan said KC. I say
Yeah.
Wanye too. Cool. What you thinking?
I mean,
Cool?
I think Wanye a better singer for sure.
It all depends on what you like. I see the
Yeah.
what's the name. I always
I fuck with
lean
Jodeci.
towards Jodeci. I'm gonna say KC.
Yeah.
I like
We was
Jodeci
young.
music.
No, why? Because we was young niggas. Like we was on that.
Yeah, they
50s
sing.
and
I mean,
shit,
they
like,
was like.
the
I feel
shit they
like
sung
even though
about,
Boys
right.
in the Hood was, Boys the Men was like our generation. Jodeci
It
was
was both
more
at the
like.
same time.
Yeah,
They both at the
Jodeci
same
was
time.
more like for the culture. They was like.
Yeah, they was more culture.
You gonna
had
fuck
the-
with
had
Jodeci? Ain't nobody fucking
Black
them
How-
boys, man. You better not turn that shit on.
Black
They wearing
sweatshirts
boots.
on.
They was wearing
HBCU
Timbs and all that
sweatshirts on.
shit.
Yeah,
Had
that's
the
all puffy
plastic
though.
rain
That's
suits.
Black
all
leather
puffy.
everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all puffy though.
Shirts
That's all puffy.
untucked. Like, how you
Yeah.
wear
Them
a
niggas
black
start
leather
wearing
shirt
the plastic
untucked?
These
rain
niggas
suits
in
to
the
school.
these niggas in the desert with fucking. These niggas ain't got nowhere to go. Ain't nobody. I'm about how they
Hey,
cry for
It's
you.
been
that
a
video still
hour
fly
since
though,
you've
Nee.
been
That video
gone.
still fly.
I'm probably gonna
Yeah.
play Jodeci before I play Boys and Men. Not really a huge fan.
That's basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When it's
Yeah, they
all
just
said
doing
and
a lot
done.
of whining
They was
about
real hip
shit. They
hop. You know what
can't.
I'm saying? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Boys and Men was real Motown Philly.
Right.
Jodeci got one of the best songs of Wu-Tang Clan ever.
What's that?
Freaking You remix. She got stacks like the
Ooh,
International
yeah.
House of
Pancakes.
Pancakes. The Pancakes, yo.
Yeah.
Corn killed that.
You
And
right.
yo,
You
Shorty
right.
got money in the bag.
You right about that,
Free
Val.
corn. Yo.
Yeah.
That shit turned the
Shit
club
was
upside down when it
Yeah.
came
Boom, 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 boom. That shit go
You
hard.
right. You right.
You gotta get Puff some credit for they whole swag though. You definitely
I
gotta
mean,
give Puff
hell
some credit
yeah,
for
for
that.
sure. Puff
out.
is.
Puff got like a 10-year, like a
Yeah.
whole decade of him just wrecking shit.
More than that.
Blueprint.
Hey yo, now another thing I found myself, last night, I had partook, I was under the influence. I listened to some R&B, and I was listening to Usher joint. That Confessions. Where do y'all put that Confessions album, yo?
It's hot.
Is that Confessions?
It's
That
hot.
Confessions album.
That
That might be like is that the best R&B album to come out in the 2000s? Just 2000, 2010. That might be
Nah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to
that
say that.
Confessions. What else?
Oh shit, his earpiece is messing up.
I like 8701 more than I
Somebody.
like Confessions.
Yo, I looked at listen, and that's where it started at, right? What started, me and my wife, we sitting there chilling. I'm like, yo, it's 8701
Jam.
fucking with Confessions, right? I fuck around and pull out the playlist for Confessions. Oh, that shit got like 10, 12 bangers on that bitch. And it got like 18 songs on it.
How
So
could
it's
you
not
not
no
like
short album.
8701?
Good
Oh,
pussy.
8701
How
got some
you
shit on
doing
it,
that?
though.
8701 got the same bangers.
Yeah, I can't say that
Oh.
it's the best.
What you saying no about? That's what I'm saying.
You said what? What happened?
I said
They got the same
8701
bangers?
yeah. You be hard pressed to find a song better than You Don't Have to Call, and then a video better than that as well.
You don't have
You
to
don't have to
call.
call.
That's a fact.
Right, hold on.
You dropping jewels
bro.
today, bro.
I'm just
Hey,
saying,
you know
yo.
what?
bro.
You be hard pressed to find a song better than that.
Hold on, bro. Let me do something real. Let me pull this up real quick, man.
Real
When
goddamn.
you
You know
step
what?
out the shoes.
Nah, listen, bro. Hold on, bro.
You're hard to
Let me-
fuck with on that
listen,
music
listen.
catalog in your head.
Listen, yo. Confessions had Yeah on it. It had Throwback with Jadakiss on it. It had Confessions 2. It had Burn on it. It had Superstar on it. It had That's What It's Made For. Can You Handle It? It had My
Supermodel.
Boo on it.
Yeah.
Seduction.
Ah, damn.
Yeah. I got you.
Okay,
That joint
okay. What song?
I'm talking
what
about, I just
song-
named like.
No, I got you.
Hold on.
I hear what
Now, I'm
you're
gonna run
saying.
to the 8701 guy, and the 8701 got the shit like hold you. Remind Me.
Right. Think about
You got
that.
it bad. You got it bad. You don't have to call.
I'm going with Confessions,
Oh, yeah.
bro, because Confessions is just off the wall.
That, you know what I mean? I still like
Yeah.
My Way got some drinks on
He
there,
sold.
too. Like,
He sold.
bullshit.
What he sold 10 million on Confessions.
Who could
I'm not
Usher
sure.
battle?
Yo, that's
Nobody.
another question I had.
Nobody.
There's nobody in that
Nobody.
realm.
Nobody.
Chris Brown, the only one he can battle.
They
No,
was
I just
talking
say
no,
CP is the
nobody.
only person
Hey,
who can
cool.
give him a young.
Nobody.
But hit for hit, he the only person who can give him a run.
Yeah.
Who?
Chris
Brown.
Right.
Brown. And like Bro said, he the only one to give him a
What you
run.
think, Juice? What you talking about?
Hey man, I love Chris Brown. I want Chris Brown to really just excel and keep going because I think he is a goat. He's a goat.
He still got it. He still got it in him.
He
in
got
prime.
it. But
He
Usher,
do. And he's
we
still
gotta take Usher
coming
off
with
the
new shit,
table.
too.
We gotta take Usher off the table. Why? Because everything he
No.
fucking did, all that shit that he's just another beast, bro. Like
ain't even
those
touch
type of records, that type
We
of
ain't even
shit
touch-
don't get done.
We ain't even
That
touching my way.
first Chris
My Way
Brown
got-
album got slaps on it though.
Not like
Yeah.
that shit.
My
For him
Way
to be
got-
16, Juice.
Not like
Pop-
like Usher shit.
You
Man, nah.
When Poppin' come on, you don't listen to Poppin'?
Nah, I don't.
What? Poppin'. Shorty got me down.
Oh,
there.
okay. Like,
Yeah. He's 16 on that.
Listen, yo.
nah, but it's
Usher-
not the same, bro. It's you guys.
No, it's not the same. I'm saying he got jams though.
When you're young and you cross into like that contemporary adult and you really just sell like that on all levels, I feel like that's a very unique place to be. And
White
only
people
so
ruin
many
Yeah
Right.
for me, by the way. White people ruin Yeah for me for the rest of my
only
life.
Hey, yo,
so
listen
many
now.
artists go in and do this. And so Usher is a part of the people that have. Now, I'm not like Usher, like Chris Brown has produced several hits. And I don't know what the final numbers on his records are. They're probably really high. I think the blemish with Rihanna is gonna always kind of like if it wasn't for that, then we may be having a different conversation,
Right.
to be honest. Because I think his trajectory is
It
just
took a while to
continues
come
go
back
up.
from that.
But
Right.
Yeah.
he, as an adult male artist, yes, he could be mentioned with the Marvin Gayes. Yes, I'm saying that. Like he could be mentioned with those type of artists, but Usher and what Usher did and how he did it.
I don't
he
even think
can't-
Chris Brown recovered from that
music.
shit. I don't think Chris like
I
truth be
think
told,
he has. I think he
not,
has.
but you know, not to where he
But it's
was.
a couple years. It's a couple
No, but I'm
years where
saying I don't think he ever
that
gonna
was
be back
crucial.
to where he was though. Nee. Like he was like
Yeah,
he was
not.
like white, like accepted by the white
Yeah.
culture too.
Yeah,
at that
he
time.
not.
Like he ain't gonna never
Yeah.
get that back. He ain't gonna
He's
get that back.
Marvin Gaye. He's Marvin
Listen,
Gaye.
yo.
Marvin
Listen,
Gaye was
my-
like, go ahead.
Usher, My Way got You Make Me Wanna, Nice and Slow, My
Damn.
Way,
Dang,
Bedtime,
let's go.
One Day You'll Be Mine. Like
That's
that's a
slapping.
whole nother. And then he got some other drinks after Confessions
I
and
was
shit.
rolling
Where it
around
go.
Baltimore. Yo, yeah. Usher, Raymond. What's it?
Usher versus Raymond.
Raymond.
There
Yeah.
goes my baby.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
there's
that's
so
on
many
Usher
joints,
versus
like,
Raymond.
yo,
Yeah, that's the
like come
shit.
on, like I don't think nobody. He's in a
Damn,
space
Usher.
where though he younger than the OGs. Like he's us.
Right.
Usher's us.
Yeah.
Chris
Right.
is our young boy.
Right.
Chris is
That's
our
a
young
good
boy.
point.
Usher our old head. Probably around cool age in between. So
Crazy.
it's like
I don't even think Shorty 30 yet. That's the crazy part.
who Chris?
Yeah,
he might
I don't
not.
even think he's 30 yet.
Yeah, it's what, 32, 33, something like that.
I don't think so, real. He not the same age as Drake.
Drake 36, ain't it?
Yeah,
Is
no. Drake.
Nah, I think
no,
Drake like 33.
Drake 33.
Drake like 33.
So yeah. So no. Chris Brown might be like 30.
I got you. We got this. Chris Brown is 30. Boy,
Yeah, he
May
30.
5th, 1989.
He's 30.
Okay. So he'd be 31. Damn.
When you feel it in your body, got somebody who. God damn, that's
And Drake 33. Yeah.
So the
Hey,
other
nah.
joint I saw was they kept posing the question on Twitter about Pharrell and Kanye. And I think if they was to do that, Kanye would end up having some kind of meltdown
Yeah, he
on
would.
live, bro.
He would.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If he ain't on his Rel,
What?
He
hits,
would.
we talking about production.
Where's
hits,
his
bro.
mind at? It ain't what he got. It's where's his mind at.
You don't think
right?
Kanye West could put up a formidable battle against?
Yes.
Oh no,
No,
I
I
don't
think
think that's what
he-
he's saying. That's
No,
not what
no.
he's saying, bro.
I think he
His
will.
mental
I think he can. But Pharrell got
Nah.
a lot more jams though. He got a lot more jams.
I don't know about a lot more jams though. I don't know about
Pharrell got a
Pharrell-
lot more.
But he got not just
he
the rap
can start
stuff,
at
though.
Nori. Neef, he can start at Nori, and then go to
He
Britney
can go across
Spears.
he can go across the border. He can start across
Yeah.
the border, or I
Yeah.
hate you so much right now.
A lot of that nerd
Mhm.
shit. A lot of that
Yeah.
nerd
Then
shit.
he go.
though,
Then he
too.
could go to Justin Timberlake, and you still you ain't even
Yeah.
It
covered.
might
You ain't
be
even get
over
to-
when he put on Southern Hospitality. It might be a
Yeah.
wrap. It might be
Who
a
did that?
wrap.
Pharrell?
The Neptunes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You ain't even
dog,
get
like,
to.
it's a
You ain't
lot
even
of-
get to like. You
And
ain't
he
even
be
get
in
to
that
Jay
bitch
Z.
throwing
man.
the bowls and shit.
That's before you get to
Right.
Jay Z. That's before you
He
get to
knocked
Jay
himself.
Z.
He did knock himself out too, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Knock himself
Yeah.
out.
That's before
Yeah.
you get to Jay Z.
Happy.
Fucking
put happy on it.
He would play
The
Happy first.
motivation for me.
Right.
Kanye got the blueprint though. Like, let's not front. That
Yeah,
first
but that's
album.
his.
yo.
That's his. That's
Nah,
his
It ain't
only.
long,
magnum
That's
opus.
his.
That's his magnum opus.
That's his.
But
That's
that
his.
ain't
What
enough to
about
get.
it?
That
Hold
ain't
on. What
enough
about
to
his
get
shit?
the Neptunes
What
out
about
of
his shit though?
Pharrell play a Lord. When Pharrell play a Lord,
Pharrell got Jay Z shit. You play
Yeah.
that Jigga. I mean, no, that's Rough Rider.
that's
That's
Timbo.
Swiss.
Y'all know Kanye did the truth, right?
Yeah. Pharrell got
Okay,
like
so
50 beats better
again,
than
this is the question again of the guy who thinks
The
of
truth was
how
just
to
a
make it.
wash though, Jordan.
Hmm?
The truth was just the wash though.
You said that what?
The truth beat, just the beat. That
No,
beat was,
I love that beat. I love that beat.
I
I'm
think
saying,
the truth is dope, but I don't think it's
I
top
said-
10 Kanye song.
nah, it ain't.
no.
Kanye
Yeah, I
is
said
not
Pharrell got
he's
like
not a
50.
trained musician though. Like this
Yeah,
dude
that's
for real,
yeah,
they're
Pharrell is trained
musicians.
But
musician.
I
They can
think that
play.
Kanye
Him and
West could
Chad.
get in there and give him some, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Because
for like 10 minutes. For like 10 minutes,
You gotta
bro.
worry about Swiss energy, right? You know
For
what I'm
real.
saying?
For like 10 minutes.
When Swiss gave the Just Blaze on that first battle, like it was Swiss. You know what I'm saying? Showtime, and he started dancing while he was doing
Right.
the beats.
That's
You
what
know,
Teddy
to
Riley
give
tried to
niggas,
do.
you know, to give all them niggas a run, and it could.
Oh.
I mean, just if we talk beats, if we go back to like hip hop,
I want to hear this. I want to hear what you about to say.
It could be an issue, and if we start doing what Scott Storch did and attaching what we did and didn't do to the beat, and it went somewhere else, we gotta start talking about Beak. We gotta start talking about Knots. Well, Knots just has done a lot
Knots
of
the
fucking beats.
the he
But
make
like
this
people
nigga
like Bink, like dog, Bink actually did that with the Devil in the New Dress. He did the beat, and then Kanye, like, so I'm saying like he does a lot of that.
That's
So it's like
Bink. That's Bink's drum kit. Like that's Bink's drums.
bro,
Yo, I love
if
that
you
beat
start
too, yo.
really
I love that
getting
beat,
Right,
yo.
I
if
love
you
it.
start getting
Yeah.
into that, it's like then you go.
And I think
it could
that made
get hazy.
Devil in the New Dress might have made all 5 of our top 5 Kanye songs when we did that.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I think we all might have mentioned that song.
I go back and listen to it sometimes.
Bink is from Virginia, dog. So when they say something is in the water, when you start talking about Pharrell, you start talking about Bink, you
Timberland.
start
That beat
talking
crazy.
about Timberland, you start talking
Missy.
about Knots.
Yeah.
You start,
That beat crazy.
Yeah,
And the
like,
timing of when Ross
Chris
vocals come
Brown.
in, that shit is
Yo.
crazy. When Ross vocals come in, that shit is crazy, bro.
Right.
Mhm.
I just don't like. I think like once like if Pharrell don't even get to like you figure he can go Justin Timberlake, fucking like you said, Philly's Most Wanted. He can go all these different places before he even get to the Jay-Z catalog and the Snoop catalog, and then it's like, because if he drop it like it's hot, the remix.
Right.
If he drop it like it's hot, yeah, that's
Yo.
Brandon, we didn't even talk
Beautiful
about
too. That beautiful joint.
yeah,
joint.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
yeah, wait, Jordan. He is
Kanye got a good
guy.
10 minutes. Kanye got a good 10 minutes. Then he gonna be.
I think he got more than 10 minutes, bro. I don't
Pharrell
know.
can
I'm
go
not
from
really ready
1990 to now.
Yeah,
Pharrell can
like-
go from 1990
But
Neef,
this the twist. The
Neef.
twist
to
is,
now.
Hold on, I got a
battles
live
some
update, yo, before we go. This motherfucker Teddy Riley is gone again, and goddamn Babyface is here playing "Dial My Heart."
Oh
For
shit!
real?
He did that. He did do that. He wrote that.
It's on.
He wrote down.
Bro,
my
I got
heart.
this shit
It's
on,
down
y'all.
my
I'm about to
heart.
put it on.
To
up here.
dial
Get
my
down.
heart.
Where's my remote?
He wrote that, dog.
Yo,
Babyface
you a
is
old
the
nigga.
greatest.
That shit
Juice,
crazy
you
right
an
now,
old ass
yo.
nigga on the low.
Dog. I love this shit.
That song,
I love the
that song was
studying
the
this shit.
That song was the
Yes. I like to know who wrote what in music. I just love this shit.
Me
So
too.
Right.
I used
It's
to look
like-
at credits all the time.
Yeah,
That's
me
the
too,
one
man.
thing I
That's
regret
I
about-
miss about
that's the best
CDs,
part about
man.
buying. Yo,
Yeah.
there you go,
Busting
Jordan.
it
There you
open
go.
and filleting the
There you
credits
go.
up. The beats
Right.
and the producers and the thank you,
Right.
all that shit. That's
Right.
crazy.
I used to always read that too. I used to always read their little I really felt like that whole on the Dynasty intro. He's like, I know you just cracking your CD. That was the Dynasty, right? You probably looking at the credits. If you like me, you look like the credits. That was that's something that's missing from this whole being able to just stream shit. No, what's crazy? It's probably a lot of albums.
Neef, real quick, I got head to head. Allure or Devil in a New Dress?
You're
Head to
an
head.
asshole for that.
Head to
one,
head.
bro.
Head to head. Head up, like head up.
I still say Devil. I say Devil.
Yeah.
I say Devil.
I do too.
Allure is shit though.
Let me listen to him and get back to you, bro.
But Jay was. But listen,
He was on some other shit.
No, but Devil in a New Dress, and I don't know if Kanye wrote it or somebody wrote it. Whoever wrote that for him, it's so many catchy.
Well, you know he didn't write that.
I ordered the jerks. He said you are.
That album from Kanye, that album, it is arguably, I can understand what Chris Rock was saying. Arguably, you could say that it is a Thriller-like album of its day. It is definitely comparable to Thriller because its impact, what it did to the game.
Oh, stadium music, stadium status. That's what he was.
When I first fucking heard it, to what everybody, like, there is no Drake, there is no none of that, there is no none of them niggas. And I'm not, Drake came in doing his thing, but if it wasn't for Kanye starting out in that 2005 and setting that tone and then dropping that type of fucking record, dog, it's like, dog.
What's the party said about what you know about flexing on the metro? What do you say on the oh my goodness, what's the big ass screen, the big ass
Jumbotron?
The Jumbotron.
Yeah, like,
it's hard to be humble when you starting on a
Jumbotron.
Hey, cool. That might be top 10 bars about life.
Bro,
like,
that's
y'all hear that?
When he said that, I was just like,
on the Jumbotron.
I was like,
God,
nigga, what?
Hey, cool, that's a bar.
That's a bar, baby.
God.
Nigga said, yo, it's hard to be humble when you stunting on the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
That's when you had
Whoever
motherfucking
bro.
Nicki Minaj was at her top.
Whoever wrote that was wilding.
Listen, he said, and the thing with him was, he said, my thing is, I want my music. He said, I want my music to be, if you put it in the capsule, it would describe the year. Like, you would get a feel for that year by listening to my album. That was definitely one of them albums where, as though, everybody that was hot at that time was on there. Everybody. And you talking about, was all of the lights that had Alicia Keys, all them people on there? Like, that nigga had like 50 fucking, how many people was on that fucking song? Like,
all of the lights. Elton John
listen,
is on there.
You might have had like a half a bar, like the same. Alicia Keys was on there, like, oh, and that's
right. I like that's what I appreciated. When Juice was talking about like the using the voice as an instrument, so just cutting up people's loops. He was real good. Him and I guess No ID too. Because No ID did it real heavy on that 444 album.
Yeah.
But see,
the thing about Kanye using Jeezy's ad-libs as like a,
right.
Yeah,
I'm about to say, you can't tell me nothing. Listen, Pharrell don't got it, you can't tell me nothing. When we talk about these battles, we talking about 20 songs. We're not talking about what you got. We talking about your best 20.
You say he don't got nothing. You say he don't have nothing better than you can't tell me nothing?
I don't know what he got that can beat that. What can beat that?
Huh?
Who?
What?
Who? Wait,
what Pharrell got that can beat? What Pharrell got that can beat? You can't tell me nothing.
He got some shit. He got a lot of shit.
You talking about Kanye West?
Listen.
No,
Southern Hospitality will get fucking. You can't tell me nothing. The fuck out of here.
I'm not rocking with that, bro. I love Southern Hospitality.
What?
I take you can't tell me nothing
if
over
you
that.
in a club and la wait till I get my money right, and motherfucking throw them bowls, come on.
No, hold on. I had a
bucket.
dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I woke, I spent that on
It's a great song. It's a great song.
on a necklace.
I got you.
I told God I'll be back in a second. Man,
So
it's so
Neef,
hard.
I got a question. So Super Thug ain't never happened?
No, listen, come on, man. That Nori album.
Thug will get that shit the fuck out of here, yo.
I don't believe that, bro. I don't believe that.
What?
I would play.
He just started what? It only had a.
Listen, dog. Hold on. We talking about beats. We talking about the song. It's something about that feeling that you can't tell me nothing, dog. It's something about that.
You're not hearing what I'm saying, yo. I love that. Can't find a Kanye West fan bigger than me. You can't. But what I'm telling you is Super Thug and Southern
We'll
Hospitality.
ring the.
Get
we'll,
that
we'll
shit
rip the
the fuck outta
fucking.
here.
We'll rip the
Let
roof
me
off.
tell you about me
in
and
the
the
club, in
NRE
the
album.
club,
Let me
Super
tell you
Thug
about
rips
me
the
and
roof off.
You right, listen, NRE album, that was 98, the summer. Nigga, I had my grandma boombox out the crib with the extension cord coming out the window,
I
bro.
hear what you saying, yo. I got one better, yo. I graduated from boot camp. The first
Banned
thing I
from
did was
TV.
went to the mall and went to Sam Goody and got it. You was bumping, I was running in my uniform. Got my whites on, dog. I didn't even want to see my baby moms at the time. I didn't want to see my parents. Take me to the fucking mall. I need the
Bro.
Nori tape.
It ain't nothing like Banned from TV coming on. It ain't nothing in the
Yeah,
world.
what was Swiss on?
That's
What
a
was Swiss on?
Swiss beat. That's a Swiss beat.
Yeah,
Listen,
Swiss was
hold
on some
on.
other shit.
They said they never used that was just the loop. They looped the beginning of it. The beat never really came
It
on.
never dropped.
The
That's
beat
why
never dropped.
I was
Yeah.
listen, and if you
Swiss
go
said
back
that.
and another,
Swiss
if you
said
go
that.
back and listen, you can hear it. They like it's supposed to be a whole nother beat after that, but it never. They like it never. He just kept pressing the button.
What?
Yeah, they just let it rock. Yeah.
True real story. When I the first time I ever
Yo,
flew
when
in the
did he
airplane.
say this? He said this recently?
Not too
Yeah.
long ago.
Nori said it. I think Nori
Yeah.
said it and Swiss said it.
True
That's
story. I never
crazy.
flew in the plane before I went to boot camp, right? So like I used to always have a takeoff song. It was goddamn Banned from TV.
Banned from TV.
Whenever the
Yo,
plane
Banned-
started taking off, I used to hit play, and that was my takeoff song. My takeoff song for at least 4 years.
That's
Like,
crazy.
you know how sick that is with a plane doing 500 miles per hour?
Banned from TV is a top 10 song in my life. I'm not saying in the world or everybody
That shit
else.
slap.
In
That
my
shit
life,
slap, bro.
Banned from
That shit
TV is
slap,
the top
bro.
10 song of my life. Like
That was that shit used to
My
come
life.
on in Paradox. That shit, the Paradox roof used to come the fuck off, yo. Like that and Super Thug, when you was in the docks, that shit came on, man, the whole roof would come off, yo.
you can't front on, and it's not a club joint though, but another sleeper on that joint though, on that Nori album.
I Love My Life.
The body in the trunk. My shit,
okay.
body
Oh
in the
my
trunk.
God.
Oh, that motherfucking Carl Thomas. I love
my life.
Yeah.
I love my life. That's another ride out
Y'all
music
gonna have
for
me
me.
pull out. Y'all gonna have
That's
me.
the shit.
Y'all
Right.
gonna have me pull out
Right.
that NOI.
And sometimes
Right.
my shit.
Sometimes I got it.
That
Yeah.
first Nori album,
Sometimes.
I don't know what it got. I think it got like 3.5 mics.
I grew up
back
like a
then.
regular thug and sold
That shit should have got
drugs.
5.
What's the other?
I would say too. I would say.
Lies too. And yo,
I would say as far as,
Jackson's the orange and blue.
Super Thug
couldn't rap.
though, that's kind of what made me hear about fucking Noriega. I didn't know who that was before that song.
Yeah. They hit it out the park with that one.
CNN, the War Report.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
before the
dog.
War Report.
I mean, it's
That was
back
before the
then though, like you know what I'm
And
saying.
the
Where,
joint
like,
they
now
got
you
with the
can drop
locks.
It wasn't no lightning fast timing juice. It
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
no
yeah,
Instagram.
yeah.
It was magazines once a month, maybe.
It was,
Yeah.
or it was word of mouth. Word of mouth.
Word of mouth, yeah.
But when it came on BT, like, whoa, you seen the video and shit. Like, who is this nigga?
No,
then you get this records. You go get their records and shit.
Right. All right. I got a couple of quick drinks to hit y'all
That's
with.
crazy. Pre-internet.
Yeah. Like you said, nigga had a
Right.
dial up, nigga. That dial up. Remember that shit used to actually dial up? Like, remember you couldn't be on the house phone? And
And
Yeah,
at the same
it
time,
disconnect.
yes.
Right.
Yes, I remember that.
they don't
Right.
fucking understand. Yo, they don't understand the shit.
Right. Right.
We went through this shit so y'all can have this shit y'all got.
I ain't got the most
Pretty
Def
much
Black on both sides, like, cause I just fucked with it. Like, I wanted to have it. You know what I'm saying? I started getting more into like New York hip hop, and like a nigga seen me with that and was like, "Man, what the
You
fuck
what?
is that? You from New York?
You
You
what,
from
you-
New York?"
What?
Black on
Most
both
Def,
sides.
that Black on both sides. I'm like,
Oh, that's
shit, like,
man,
you know what I'm
black
saying?
black on both sides
Like-
got a special place in my heart, bro.
Yeah, dog. So like when me having it down south, being in Houston at the time, niggas like, man, you from New York with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just was like, would chop you up on it because it was like, what the fuck is that? Or that's some shit I seen in the commercial on BET. Nigga wasn't fucking with that. We fucked with, of course, Lil Kiki, Fat Pat, UGK, all that.
Yeah.
But I was into all of that shit, man. I was digging that shit, bro. I loved it, 'cause I'm a big
Omi Says is one of my
dog.
favorite songs ever written. Like, how you feel about Banned from TV, Neve? That's how Omi Says is from. Y'all fuck with Omi Says.
And like I think what guys like that showed me like up into a Kanye was that like you could be. I mean, you had Outkast, you had all that shit, but I just feel like it was something about the J Dillas, that kind of movement that say like that's where I gravitate to. That's the kind of shit I want to be fucking with or making. And so
Hey.
like listening to that shit. I'm a big Tribe Called Quest fan too. I could definitely hear the influence there. Yeah.
That
Most
Jeezy.
had a show planned in March. I bought tickets, and the shit got canceled once the state closed. I was so tight, bro. You know, most don't even perform at the Howard Theater. This was he
Yeah.
was supposed to perform last month.
You lucky, man.
That I feel that way about. I remember I was listening to Jeezy. That I used to hit the kitchen lights, cockroaches everywhere. Now I hit the kitchen lights, it's marble floors everywhere. Yo, that was the hardest shit. I swear to God, that's like one of my top 10 bars in life. Like
He was talking
that
that shit though.
yo,
He was talking that
That shit was
black.
hard.
What was this
mafia
shit?
dope shit.
Huh?
Wow.
That shit was hard to you.
You used to hit the kitchen lights,
Oh.
cockroaches everywhere. Nigga, because you ain't never. I don't know if you don't know about hitting that. I don't know if you know about hitting that kitchen light.
Hey,
Cockroaches
dog.
everywhere.
Hey, listen, bro. It's a way to
And the other
be
shit. What's the other shit? My other shit, the hypnotize. You were hypnotized. Hypnotize. You were. Yo, now I command you niggas to get money.
I ain't
That
gonna lie.
Jeezy shit. Yo.
I ain't gonna lie. Jeezy hit me with a lyric. It was from the first shit when he said, "If it's taking too long to lock up, bring it back. You short it." Damn,
Right.
you know what I mean? I ain't had no. And he hit when he first like the ad lib on the Boys in the Hood joint. And I
Yo,
like, who is this nigga?
Hey, cool. Listen.
Damn.
To this day, I could be like, yo, let me hop off in the shower, and Bria be like, "Hey, get yourself together. You gonna need about an hour."
About an hour.
Yo, listen, that has influenced my daughter's life as a 10-year-old. My daughter know when I say I'm gonna hop off in the shower. She already know I'm gonna need about an hour. She already know that shit, dog. Ain't no fronting on it, dog.
Hey man, you know what though? Jeezy, T.I. than Jeezy. Man, them niggas runs, dog, was just
Hey,
like my bad.
No, go, you good though. That EP he got
Yeah.
out right now, him and Shorty, what's his name? Shorty Red. Them two together, he need to just do his shit with Shorty Red. They just got an energy.
Who, Jeezy or T.I.?
Jeezy
I'm
and
gonna
Shorty
check
Red.
it out. I ain't listen.
He got
Yeah,
an EP put out.
that last album blew me, bro. That shit was terrible.
No, he got an EP put out a couple weeks ago, and it's him and Shorty Red. Shorty Red did like 8
Shorty
songs.
Red was
Shorty-
like his
Yeah,
Shorty
that was
Red
his
did,
dude.
uh,
That was his
Right.
yeah.
Red
That was
did
like
He did Who That.
That
That's
was-
one of my favorite.
Shorty Red like his like Future Zaytoven.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
get busy with Joe.
like Cash
Right,
Money
them two
Manny
together.
Fresh.
Yeah, they got a connection that's crazy. Like I don't know why he don't do more music with him.
We skipped right over fucking Pharrell shit with Nelly. Like Pharrell got some shit, bro. He did
he
Hot
do.
in
Ain't no-
Here. That nigga did Drop Down, Get Your Eagle
All right, man, that's enough, dog.
On.
like honestly, bro, like yeah, dog, it's enough, dog. Like
Yeah, I'm
it's-
telling you, Neef.
he's on another
If Pharrell
level.
go hit for hit,
Oh, I ain't
no,
denying it. I ain't denying it.
Kanye got like 20 minutes. I say 20.
I ain't arguing with him.
Now, as a beat maker, somebody who's gonna chop up shit and make some beat like some boom bap, I might go with Kanye on that because that's the no ID genetic pool. So it's like when you think about guys who took the sampling, see, like, okay, you get on the MPC, you might cut a 4-bar loop. You know, back then you find a loop, all that shit was just chops that they put together and made into a groovy whatever.
But he
Them
took
niggas-
so Juice, I want to ask you how you
Go
feel
ahead.
about this. So do you
Go
feel
ahead.
like and this is I'm a big Kanye fan. I love Kanye. So do you
Right.
feel like he took what Jay Dilla was doing and brought it to the mainstream? Because a lot of that is
Yes.
Dilla sound.
Yes.
That's a lot of Dilla sound.
Okay. Can we take a moment? I'm having a nerd moment. So we gotta talk about what's going on here. So you know you got Tribe Called Quest.
Right.
Tribe sit at the top of all this shit. Because under that, that's your Pharrell, Kanye, Dilla.
Right.
All them. That's where they from. Okay. So just keep that in mind. I think out of all that shit, I'm gonna put no ID in there too. I don't really honestly know much about his background, but I know more about these guys. So now Jay Dilla, however, was the nigga that, although was influenced, whatever, he really offered Tribe a new tenure. You know what I'm saying? Because he brought that sound.
He bought
He
him
did like
light.
they third.
He
Did he
bought
do
him
like their
light.
third album? He did like their
Yeah,
third or
so-
fourth album.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like with him, and he gave him them dope ass, crazy ass fucking joints. On top of that, it's like the way Dilla approached his sampling, the way he approached it, and how he did it, the way he really rearranged the whole fucking sound, sample, the groove, whatever, and made it something fucking ridiculous is what made them niggas say, oh shit. But them niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. Okay, so I feel like Kanye did see that. I feel like he was definitely influenced by that, and he really took that to more the mainstream. Because I would say, I think most producers would probably put Jay Dilla above Kanye. You know what I'm saying? To a large degree, I think they would. As a beat maker,
that's that Def legacy though, yo.
Yeah.
What you mean by that, bro?
Jay Dilla ain't with us.
As a beat maker, no.
Yeah.
As a beat maker, not as someone who makes it, but as the technical, it's kind of like if I started talking to a bass player about James Jamerson, or the guy that played the bass on all the Motown shit that you've ever fucking heard, like, you know what I'm saying, the hits. You know what I'm saying? That guy.
Let me ask you something, Juice.
Go ahead.
Give me some joints that Jay Dilla did that are really, because I'm not.
Now you took my heart for the evening. You never heard that? You know
Okay, right, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's Jay
stop,
Dilla.
right?
Jay Dilla also did the Didn't You Know? He did Didn't You Know for Erykah Badu. You never heard that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what I'm saying? He did that. Are you a fucking the group he was in? Yeah, I know he was in a rap group, right? Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay Dilla, I'm asking me.
No.
But I forgot the.
I've heard
man.
that. I just heard that name recently, and I know he did one of Tribe's albums.
Hold up, dog. I'm not finna
Tribe's
be
albums, I know
disrespectful. I'm not finna.
Yeah, look it up.
I'm not finna be
Definitely worth looking
disrespectful.
I think
this
Jordan
man.
was talking about how he did Tribe third album or fourth album, and
Slum
might have
Village,
been the most-
Slum Village, because he was
Oh,
in
he was in Slum
Village.
oh,
Yeah,
alright,
Slum
sorry.
Village is his shit. So like, I knew that you heard something. So like,
Yeah, I heard
you know what I'm
Slum
saying? But if you pull up, he's another guy who's done more than just produce for, like, you know what I'm saying, Tribe or, you know, Slum Village or whatever. He's done a lot of shit for Busta Rhymes, you know what I'm saying? De La Soul, kind of in that whole, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's another album we can't get our hands on.
Or he's
for real
associated
'cause
with
of goofy shit. That
Yeah,
De La
so
Soul
it's-
album we can't get our hands on for real because of that other shit what happened with them.
Yeah.
Because I was
So
looking for that.
As a beat maker, like, yeah, he's above them niggas, but like song when he, like, but then Pharrell breaks off into like an arranger. He's an arranger, he's a musician. Kanye is more Quincy Jones.
Do we take away from Pharrell because it's a whole Neptune situation? Or that counts?
Damn, I got
Pharrell
me.
got some Pharrell only joints without Chad.
Right. It's Chad and the other boy too, right? Or no, the dark skin boy don't.
Chad is the Asian dude. Chad is dope.
Yeah, I know, but it says ain't there another boy that's with them when they do the nerds thing. It's the black boy too, right?
Oh,
The
Shay.
boy, right?
His name's Shay.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't
He
think
don't
he's
do
a
beats,
beat
though.
creator.
Yeah,
Okay.
he not like on the he don't do the production tip. It's just Chad and Pharrell. And I think Chad is more the engineer on the engineer part. And I think he handles like some of the drums.
Like Snoop was saying, he like the beat was hot and how they put it together or drop it like it's hot. He was like, but when Chad put the chords in there, like the damn.
Okay, coming in there.
You know what
that
I
shit,
mean?
yo, that shit.
He like changed it up. You know what I mean? So,
Neef, I don't know. I know
Yeah.
you think Kanye. Yo, I don't know what you gonna do when dropping like. First of all, the dropping like it's hot remix might be better than or just as good as the fucking original.
Oh no, I didn't call and say. I didn't say. Oh,
We
Pharrell,
forget how nasty the drop it like it's hot remix is. The spin around my drop like it's hot.
I also say this too though, just to go back to even like Jay Dilla. I will say, like, again, as that beat maker shit, I think because of where he came in, I think he's probably like, well, not Pharrell in the mix. Pharrell been in the mix a long time, but again, as a beat maker, he was highly respected. I heard from Mos Def himself say this shit that he was a nigga that would come with fucking, you know what I'm saying? I guess the shit was on like them, like, I think little tapes or some shit.
Juice, he could have been on Midnight Marauders. He was in the studio working on shit. He was in, I think it was Hit Factory, one of them. He was there, and he gave Q-Tip a beat, and they just didn't put it on the album.
I did not know that, dog.
Yeah, he could have been on Midnight Marauders. Because Q-Tip was like, yo, he didn't know who he was. He was just like popping up in and out the fucking
on a
studio.
tour bus and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was just around. Yeah. That's right. And then they finally, I think Q-Tip was like, he listened to it and was just like, yo, this nigga is fucking. And then I think Busta Rhymes and everybody kind of got involved. Like, yo, this shit was.
Oh yeah, we didn't even get into
fucking.
the Pharrell Busta. Yo, Pharrell might smoke Kanye. It's 10 minutes, Lee. Fuck it, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
The Busta Rhymes shit?
He just really just getting Kanye out of here.
The Busta
I
Rhymes.
mean,
I didn't say Kanye your way.
Maybe when I used to love you, you had some problem with that.
That's a top 10.
Damn, but Jay Dilla got some Janet Jackson shit too.
He do.
Jay Dilla got some shit. Dog.
He did. What is it? Gone and the like till it's gone.
Yeah,
people thought
that.
Who should
People thought Q-Tip did that.
Oh, he got Far Side, Can't Keep Running Away. Oh my God!
Yeah,
Hold
he
on,
did that.
dog. He did do that. De La
did
Soul, Keith Murray, man. Oh, dog. Yeah, he got some shit, bro. Try to call Brand New Heavy sometimes. Busta Rhymes when Disaster Strikes. So Hardcore. He got So Hardcore. He was on there. Janet Jackson, yeah, Got Till It's Gone.
That's Janet Jackson?
Duh, he did. Wait, hold on, Jordan. Yeah, you right. Okay, now I was looking at the Tribe thing. I'm like, well, I didn't know he did that. But yeah.
He did this shit with Janet Jackson.
Yeah, he got some shit, dog. He got like, damn. He still got.
That should go. Yo, Pharrell should go deep. Pharrell should go like 25 years.
Nah, I didn't know he did Breathing Stop for Q-Tip.
Hits, nigga.
He might have done what's the other joint that was on that album? It was another joint that
Vibrant Thing. Q-Tip did that.
Oh, he did Vibrant Things?
Yeah.
I still like her.
Yeah,
Vibrant Thing girl. Where she at?
Oh, he did Show Me What You Got. You know what? Knots said this too, because Knots is another great producer in Virginia. Personally, you know what I'm saying, talked to him. He was like, again, Jay Dilla, he talked about that. I'm thinking, because damn, Knots did a lot of shit with Busta Rhymes too on Anarchy.
Somebody said something about a recording session with Jay Dilla. I forgot who said it on this shit.
He did he did the fucking Like Water for Chocolate.
Pharrell did some shit. Pharrell did some shit on that. I think Pharrell did some shit on that.
This nigga, yeah.
Okay, all right.
This nigga
he did Come Close. He did Come Close. That was on the other shit. Come Close to Me, babe. He did that.
Bruh, he got some shit, dog.
Yeah, that shit get ill.
Yeah.
That's before we didn't. Yo, that's what I'm saying. You didn't even get to the whole Jay-Z shit. The Jay-Z catalog retarded.
Like they all got whole shit though.
Yeah, I'm a hustler, baby. That shit ring off when it come on.
I'm still looking at Jay Dilla shit. But like when hold on, let's go looking for real. I'm finna looking for real, dog.
All right, real quick though, because we deep man. I want to ask you real quick, Jordan, because this your man. Where your man Cam gonna go, bro? I'm still trying to see what the fuck going on with Cam, though, bro.
I think once everybody able to take a physical.
What do you think the best place for him to go? The best place would probably be New England or San Diego. You don't think I'm crazy?
Who are we talking about?
Cam Newton.
Why the fuck does Cam Newton keep coming up on this podcast?
Yo, because he the best quarterback in the free agency, bro. Chill.
Yo, I like him in Jacksonville, bro.
Look at real face.
Y'all niggas killing me.
He don't got no receivers,
bro. I like Jacksonville.
I don't like him at all. I like him in a backup role.
San Diego, perfect.
He's not gonna be no
what
backup.
You talking about?
He's not gonna be no backup, bro.
You know how many motherfuckers got signed and ain't nobody signed Cam Newton yet?
Hey, yo, they might.
He can't get a physical.
You're right. It's a lot of people still getting signed without physicals. Don't worry about it.
What's the boy?
But they can't. They, you know, he want contract money. He want money, quarterback money. That's all right.
Better off signing to prove it then.
I don't know.
You prove it.
He played too physical for that.
Exactly.
That's his fucking problem.
That's his
That's the
problem.
problem. It's the reason why he didn't die for the ball, and it's the reason why he played on that foot hurt to start the season.
And it's
Well,
the
he
reason
should've
why he
had a
just
fucking
did a
surgery.
goddamn workout video last week.
Talking about
Well,
they
You
gave
know what
up
he
on
sound
me.
like? He sound like motherfucking goddamn going, what's your man
Well,
name?
he was listening
Like,
to
he sound like
Hezekiah.
Kyle, he sound like Cat. Still ready.
Hey, listen,
16
yo.
days out of Carolina. Still ready. I'm
Oh,
still
Cat.
working. I'm
It was-
still doing it.
I was mad. I got mad at
Superman's in the
Kaepernick.
building. Fuck
I
out
got
of
mad
here.
at Kaepernick in the car the other day for no reason, yo. I'm like, that nigga ain't show up to that workout, yo. He had all the people ready to feed Tiny Riley the workout shit, yo.
Man, you want him
Yo,
on the Jets,
yo.
Jordan? You want him on the Jets? To replace your
Hell
quarterback?
no. We got a quarterback.
You see, yo,
We got a
wow.
quarterback.
You
Listen,
see?
hell no.
You
That nigga's
see?
wild.
Hell no.
All right, yo.
Like,
I
yo,
got
we
one
want
more.
him to get signed.
I
Hell no,
got
I want him on my team. Hell no.
Like, that's like the
Only because I like Sam Darnold. We drafted him. We drafted him in the first round.
that's like the Dave Chappelle shit.
Niggas
He's like,
get drafted every day, B. He be all right.
Chappelle was
That's
just
true.
like,
That's true. That's true.
Dave's like, Dave Chappelle, you think Michael Jackson raped the kid? He said no. He said, "Can you sleep with your kids?" Oh fuck no.
I can't see my motherfucking kid.
Hell no.
Like,
One
yo,
more-
I don't give a fuck. Yo, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They can say whatever they want about Mike. Yo, the feds investigated that whole case and did not find that
Find
nigga
nothing.
sleeping with no kids, man.
Yeah.
The feds
And the feds
don't
gonna
miss.
find it.
Yeah, the feds don't miss, yo. If he was fucking them kids, or if he was paying them off,
They would have loved it. They would have loved
We
to
would-
find out.
what? The feds?
They would have
The
took
feds don't
pleasure.
give a fuck, nigga.
Yeah, they gonna find.
The
They gonna
only-
do it.
The only reason the feds ain't locked Trump up because he the president.
And he might be waiting for as soon as that nigga get out of there and get comfortable.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
they
That's-
locked Joe Exotic up. They would definitely got Mike ass the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's
All
what I'm
right.
saying.
Yeah, one more question before we step off the scene real quick.
You got some ice
And I-
cream to get to?
Nah, dog.
I
Yeah, I
bet.
do. I gotta go scoop some ice cream for
I
me and
know
my
you
wife,
do.
you know.
Yo,
Listen, first of all, don't come up with-
y'all eat ice cream this late at night? Y'all thugs.
you don't eat ice cream, period, because your bowels act crazy.
Yeah, I can't.
I can't do it no more either. I'm not supposed to do this
That
shit.
nigga
I
Bob
damn
be
sure
doing the
can't. I damn sure
That
it's
nigga Bob be doing the
10:30.
Watusi.
It's 10:25. I damn
I
sure
had an
can't do
eggnog
that.
milkshake last
Why
night. I gotta
to see your
give me
ass
another
back
one.
to us?
You had an eggnog milkshake, bro?
Yeah, I had to thaw
Where
out
the
the
fuck you
eggnog
get
for
eggnog from?
Mind your business. I freeze the eggnog. You ain't with it.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
first of all,
You ain't with
Hold
it.
on,
Neef,
so I can't. I
first
come
of
to
all,
your
Neef,
home and you don't
first
offer
of
me
all,
eggnog?
First of all, Neef,
No,
the
the
eggnog
eggnog
milkshake
just for French
slap.
toast, yo.
The eggnog milkshake slaps, nigga. They
Yeah.
shit. Them shits is
He ain't making it
amazing.
for me. I'm over his crib frying chicken, making fucking baked beans, and doing all this extra shit.
Yeah, the eggnog is for French toast, and it only come out on special occasions. I got you,
I'm
Cannon.
special,
I
motherfucker.
said I literally jumped right
Hey
in my
man,
bag
I
and said
gotta.
I
Hey,
got
can
you.
I say something?
That's all I
Can I
say.
say something? I've never drank eggnog ever.
Really?
Listen, I
You
drink
missing
it
out,
and
bro.
I,
Is it
it's
good?
juice. This
Nah, it's
juice is
good, bro.
delicious. And I
It's
know what to do
delicious.
to my stomach, and I still eat it. I know
Yeah.
2 o'clock in the morning I'm going to be up, wondering why I'm
That's-
up. And
Yeah, it'd be like October 15th. I'd be in the stores like,
right, because you only got like a
it's
2 month
fall,
gap,
motherfucker. You got from the middle of October to the middle of January. That's it, bro.
and it's over.
And I freeze some and put it in a deep freezer. And shit, 'cause
That's
I
a
make
good.
my
I'm gonna
egg-
start doing that
I
shit
make
too.
my egg. I make my French toast with it. It makes it. I was
He
saying
ain't make me no
custom
French
egg.
toast.
Yo, we
Ain't
used
make me
to,
no
hey,
French
Juice, we used to make them on Christmas, right? Like when we have our Christmas dinner, my
Mhm.
aunt would make them, Terrell mom would make the milkshake. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
So
Yo,
good.
listen, dog.
Hit a
Don't hold
nutmeg on top.
Hey, Juice, don't hold
What's
your
up?
breath waiting for Jordan to come back though. Because Jordan, he good for the. Yeah, I'm getting dressed right now.
Ooh, I pulled up.
No, Sunday you didn't pull up.
Oh,
Sunday,
yeah,
we got
nah,
to
yeah.
listen. No, listen. Let me tell you what happened, right?
No.
No, because we was gonna leave Sunday.
Cool,
No,
yeah,
listen, hey,
cool.
listen. We was gonna leave Sunday, right? Jordan, like, oh, breakfast tomorrow. So listen, we took extra bacon out and
It's
everything.
yo,
Get me,
it's
bro?
to be fair, and I don't want to throw my wife under the bus. It's really not me. It's my wife. It's
To be
really
fair,
not me.
I don't want to throw my wife under the bus.
But as I throw her,
There's a whole bunch of audibles and shit
As I
that
just
happen
laid
in
her
your
under the
regular life
bus.
every day.
As I finesse her under the bus.
Whole bunch of audibles and shit. Like this
Yeah.
was not on my list today.
Yo, I was up making bacon for like
Bro.
2 hours, B.
fact.
I get cool. I get my headset. You know how they be you know how the quarterback be out there and they're like, what the fuck are you saying? That's how my headset be. That's how my- yo, that's how that's every day. You be like, yo, we just called a pass. It's 3rd and 13. Let's
We
run.
just called the pass.
Hey,
might get it.
General Ray Rice up the middle.
Yeah. No, babe. Well, I don't want to run it. No. I think we should run it right here. It's
A
third
straight
and
up,
13.
what's the shit called?
The fucking
The
fullback
delayed
dive.
joint. What's the delayed joint when you
The draw. The draw.
Yeah, the draw.
play,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Fucking
Run the
draw.
draw on 3rd and 23.
I'd be cool.
We about to
I'll be
fuck him
with
up with this one.
Man.
All right, I'm done asking questions. I'll see the rest of the shit for next week. But they say your man OBJ on the move too.
Hey, dog.
Nah, they said that wasn't real. It wasn't real. It was fake.
Hey, so I guess Babyface and Teddy Riley playing their own lives from apart.
Yeah,
from each
I'm
other,
on
right?
Teddy Riley. I'm on Teddy Riley shit.
Hey, Babyface was playing the Whitney Houston. I backed up go see Teddy Riley doing this thing. I forgot he didn't drop the Michael Jackson gem. I'm like,
Yeah, Teddy
damn.
Riley. Yo, people,
Yeah.
Forgot
I
Teddy at the
know Teddy
Michael-
Riley. Internet, I know his setup was fucked
He
up.
playing
But Teddy
dangerous
Riley
right
got
now.
Teddy Riley got jams, bro. Like
He
Bro.
jam,
do.
jam.
I just don't
Hey
think he
Jordan,
can
when he
outdo
pulled out that red hat, I'm like, this nigga got a hat in the bag. It was like, hold on.
Yeah, he not playing with y'all.
I'm like, this nigga pulled the head out. This ain't gonna go right.
Hey, cool. I saw your pic. You had the Howard Hampton joint. That shit was funny, bro.
You feel that? I tried to stay up. I took a flex.
Damn. You know,
Oh,
yeah. I forgot.
Hey, cool.
My wife went to
Why
Howard.
haven't we seen you in the last couple weeks? Cool. What's going on?
Cause shit be crazy, man. Like where I'm able to record is different places, and that shit is not presentable for.
That's why I put up this.
Yeah. See, I can't even stay stationary in my house. That's
Okay.
the audibles in my place.
That's how I
Sometimes I'm
am.
downstairs,
Yeah,
upstairs, outside, in the car.
Yeah. My daughter crying right now. Let me go get
Yeah,
her.
here. We here. All right, yo.
All right, we're
Listen,
gonna break
don't,
that.
hold on. When we stop, I want to stay on for a second, all right?
Okay.
Give me a second. It's Brothers Talking Shit, episode 90. We out of here. Lay up.
Lay up.
Peace.